This natural supplement, within weeks, my pain is completely gone.
I mean, come on. Give me a break. The truth is, there are imbalances in your body causing your pain. And there's physical therapy, which we are highly skilled at, that can improve imbalances. And there are alternative pain solutions. But not all of them are proven, safe, effective, or affordable. At Rejuvenex, the effectiveness of Toradol joined with hyaluronic acid has been proven. Our treatments are affordable, FDA approved, safe, and they're powerful medicines. They calm inflammation and cushion joints, and they can make your pain go away.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Some of our customers want a glass shower door for the look. Some want it for a better use of their space, while others need a new glass shower door just to be safe. Like a customer we had last month. Her daughter had been hounding her to turn that old bathtub of hers into a walk-in shower. She was afraid her mother might slip when there was no one around to help her. Stepping over that bathtub wall isn't exactly safe. And besides, those old bathtub floors can be kind of slippery too. Installing a new glass shower door is pretty affordable. And not only is it safer, but it also gives your bathroom a great new look. And when you stop in our showroom, you'll see just how many options we have to give you the look you want. This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service. And glass and mirrors have been our business for over 35 years. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
How do we keep our prices so low? That's easy. We've removed the middlemen. Yep, most landscape suppliers have a couple of them in there, and that's okay. But each one of those men in the middle means a higher cost for your mulch, decorative stone, flagstone, and boulders. Feel free to check around. For the quality of our products, you won't find better prices. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. You know, most mulch is reclaimed from landfills, but Erickson's mulch is ground from whole trees. Yep, we process the mulch ourselves to keep the prices nice and low, and use only premium colorant so the beautiful look of new mulch lasts. At Erickson's, we never skimp, and that's why first-time shoppers become repeat customers. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
6 o'clock, I'm Erik Bilstad. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, July 31st. Our top story is the violence creating fear districts in Milwaukee.
I'm Telly Hughes, in for Vince Vitrano, arresting a killer in Arkansas.
I'm Debbie Laziga. We are looking good right now. Full freeway speeds across the whole area and no incidents to speak of. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Another air quality alert until noon today with some hazy and smoky skies. Increasing sun, a high of 72. Tonight, smoky again, but clear, a low of 61. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center. A search for solutions amid a spike of violent incidents in downtown Milwaukee.
There was palpable anger Wednesday from members of the Milwaukee Public Health and Safety Committee, with police admitting to a recent uptick in violence in the downtown area.
What we've created is a mini deer district, which is basically the fear district now.
Staffing issues and human behavior all cited as reasons for the recent uptick by Milwaukee police. A message not bought by Alderman Bob Bauman.
What I've heard today is not very encouraging. It's pathetic, frankly.
At City Hall, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Low staffing levels are making it difficult to address the recent violence downtown. That's according to Milwaukee Police Association President Alexander Ayala.
District 1 third shift had 2 people working. Is that enough for all the residents that live downtown in the 3rd ward? And then that's not counting Code Red. So where's our staffing? I mean, this is the problem. This is not the days of having 50 officers per shift are gone.
Ayala says city leaders need to settle the police contract, which will help the department with recruiting and retention.
Following breaking news out of Arkansas, where state police have arrested a suspect connected to a killing of a couple who were hiking with their children at Devil's Den State Park in the northwestern part of Arkansas.
The suspect, 28-year-old Andrew McGann of Springdale, Arkansas. Colonel Mike Hagar with the Arkansas State Police says McGann was charged with 2 counts of capital murder.
We were able to take a monster off the streets and bring relief to Clinton and Kristen's precious girls.
The couple's daughters, 7 and 9 years old, were unharmed and are now with family. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Our entire state is grieving for the tragic loss and senseless and horrific crime that's taken place in this area.
Dave Packer, ABC News.
Authorities say the man who killed 4 people at a Manhattan office building bought the rifle used in the attack and the car he drove across country from his supervisor at a Las Vegas casino. Police say Shane Tamura fatally shot 4 people in the building that houses the National Football League's headquarters on Monday before killing himself. New York police said that Tamura's supervisor at the Horseshoe Las Vegas legally bought the AR-15 style rifle he sold to Tamura for $1,400. A search of Tamura's Las Vegas apartment also turned up a psychiatric medication and other drugs that had been prescribed to him. Tamura believed he had a brain disease linked to contact sports and accused the NFL of hiding the dangers of playing.
The Federal Reserve is leaving its key short-term interest rate unchanged for the 5th time this year, brushing off repeated calls from President Trump for a cut. Chairman Jerome Powell signaled that it could take months for the Fed to determine whether the president's tariffs will push up inflation or lead to persistent higher prices.
Officially investing into the future of the Mitchell Park domes.
County Executive David Crowley and Milwaukee Chairwoman Marcelia Nicholson signed a legislation Wednesday morning to commit $30 million in capital funding. Guy Smith, Executive Director of Milwaukee County Parks, says the time to act is now.
This project has been kicked down the road for so long.
Inside.
We were just inside the domes. It's raining outside. It was raining inside. And we want people to have a wonderful experience. I think that this is a true testament to Milwaukee. The elected officials, the community, especially the surrounding neighborhood, is so supportive.
Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
More than $5 million donated to nonprofit organizations around Milwaukee.
It was a donation made by the MKE 2024 host committee, and the money comes from remaining funds that were raised to support last summer's Republican National Convention. The funds were donated to over 80 nonprofits in 3 specific areas: youth, veterans, and shelters. According to the MKE 2024 host committee, last year's RNC brought more than $320 million to the state and local economies. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Coming up, is age a matter of the heart?
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:05.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but despite what a certain national online company tells you, a car's not one of them.
Let's see. Cheese Doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. Green 4-door hatchback. Honey, we're gonna need some more quarters.
Sure, they make it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online. And unlike those national companies, you get to see the vehicle in person and test drive it before you buy it. You also have the assurance that the vehicle's been thoroughly tested, and if any issue does come up, your local Adam member dealer is right here to service it, and can also provide low financing and top dollar for your trade. Think about that before you take a chance with their so-called vending machine.
What? It's stuck. No! Oh, rats.
Start your search at adamm.com.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
We see you out there making the most of every moment, one big bright idea at a time.
At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like Purolator oil filters, 20% off for rewards members, 10% off Carl Star specialty tires. Rewards members save 15%. And Brake Clean parts cleaner, $4.99 each. Plus, rewards members can save an extra 10% in-store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's private shopping night this Sunday only, starting at 5 p.m.
Looking for an e-bike? Shop Wheel and Sprocket and find rows and rows of bikes in a bunch of different styles and colors for you to see, touch, feel, and even test ride.
Visit WheelAndSprocket.com for a location near you.
Life is short. Enjoy your ride.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:07.
It's deadline day today for Major League Baseball. More coming up at 6:15.
An annual closure for the Hank Aaron State Trail.
Pedestrians and bikes will need to follow a detour while the trail is closed between 76th Street and 84th Street for the duration of the state fair. Alternate routes are available in both directions, using 76th Street to Main Street, which becomes Adler Street starting from the east, and 89th Street to Schlinger Avenue starting from the west. Signs will indicate when bikes should be walked along the detour. State Fair Park Management says the closure is a necessary security measure because the trail runs directly over visitors and vendors at the fair. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
A recall for vodka seltzers mistakenly labeled as energy drinks. High Noon is recalling 2 lots of its beach variety seltzer packs because some of the packs contain cans that are mislabeled as Celsius Astro Vibe energy drinks. They are not. The affected products are 12 packs, which may contain the sparkling Blue Raz energy drink label with a silver top. That recall impacts several states, including Wisconsin. Got much more online at WTMJ.com.
Do you know what your heart age is? CBS's Bradley Blackburn explains.
Most Americans' heart age is several years older than their actual age. Researchers at Northwestern University calculated people's heart age based on their risk for cardiovascular disease. They found men, on average, had a heart age 7 years older than their actual age, and women's hearts were 4 years older on average than their real age. The gap was even wider for Black and Hispanic people.
Preventive cardiologists say you can reverse the clock by changing your diet, walking a bit more, and sometimes through medication.
6:09.
From an early age, we ask questions.
Why is the sky blue? Where does the sun go at night? Why can't I eat candy for breakfast?
As we grow, the questions continue.
Do you want to go to the prom with me? Can I borrow the car keys? Mom, where's my zit cream?
Even adults are inquisitive.
What's the meaning of life? How big is the universe? Why can't I eat candy for breakfast?
But of all the questions we get asked at Penny Mustard, most are about the penny sectional.
How can a sectional sofa look so majestic and feel so comfortable at the same time?
Can I get this in my choice of fabric or leather?
If I fall asleep on the penny sectional, can I nap forever?
The penny section.
Also, do fish get thirsty?
The penny section.
And circling back to that candy for breakfast thing?
The penny sectional, starting at $62.45 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
6:10. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning, Eric. Everything's looking really good right now. No major delays around the area. No incidents really either. So everything is rolling along fine. Deceptively quiet. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. For today, increasing sunshine, but hazy and smoky. Air quality alert continues until noon today. High of around 72 degrees. We hold on to some of that smoke and haze overnight, but a mainly clear sky, temperatures in the low 60s. It is sunny and beautiful for Friday and Saturday. Highs in the mid and upper 70s. And we'll look for even more sunshine over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, highs near 80 degrees. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
67 degrees right now.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Now, here are your hosts, Erik Bilstad and Telly Hughes.
Good Thursday morning to you, Eric, along with Telly. Telly's in for Vince Vetrano. Good morning, Telly.
Good morning, Eric.
Big day today.
Yes, it is.
Lots going on.
Happening today.
Yes, Wisconsin State Fair kicks off officially today. It was busy at the fairgrounds on Wednesday. Lots going on in the days leading up to the opener. But today's the day the fair starts at 10 a.m. every day of the run. Midland will wow the fans with rich country music tonight at the main stage.
Okay.
And there are ways to get in for a little bit cheaper. Piggly Wiggly and Hunger Task Force. Proud to give fairgoers the opportunity to get into the fair for just $5 on opening day. Donate 2 cans of healthy fruits or vegetables or make a cash donation outside any entrance gate and receive a voucher to purchase admission for $5 today. So you can do that until 4 o'clock. So ways to get in.
Yeah, ways to get in, but also don't have to worry about the rain today.
Yes, man, the forecast looks really good.
Yes.
Looks really good here for the next several days. So, man, yeah, they are. The livestock's happy, too, because they won't be just overheating in all of those little areas, those shanties that they hang out in.
Yeah, absolutely. Always a fun time, though.
What's the go-to for you? Like when you were bringing the girls there, was there a spot that you would go first? Is it going to the barns? Is it going to the products pavilion?
Going to the barns, I thought was cool and a lot cheaper.
It's amazingly cheap. You're right.
And you try to hold off going into where you have to pay for all those tickets and where they ride the rides.
City.
Yeah, not that's kind of a place where you don't want to go there first. You kind of want to get at least an hour in, and then you're like, all right, now I'll go spend all my money.
I've shared this story before that we used to not even go to Spin City with the little kids. They didn't even know it existed. And then we would drive off, and my one son's like, wait, why is there a giant Ferris wheel? And looks like there's carnival rides right there. Wait, don't worry about it. That must be for some church thing. We'll be broadcasting live from State Fair every weekday. WTMJ's midday show will be there. Wisconsin's afternoon news. Point taken as the State Fair kicks off today. 6:14. Today is trade deadline day, and the trades are already happening. We'll have sports in a minute.
For their accounts payable workflow, Junior Achievement of Wisconsin implemented a document management and workflow automation solution from James Imaging Systems. Junior Achievement Vice President of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, highlights the positive impact.
That impact has made it much more streamlined for us to handle the entire process from receiving an invoice to having it paid.
How has streamlining your accounts payable workflow benefited Junior Achievement's mission?
It has allowed us to be more on mission and strategically reach out and expand our impact to be able to reach more students.
If others are looking for workflow automation solutions to better serve their clients or customers, what's your suggestion?
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
Content management and workflow automation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
2-0 pitch. Terang, broken bat. One hopper to first. It is fielded by Bush. He'll run to the bag and retire Terang. And this ball game is over.
With the series in hand, the Brewers were unable to secure the sweep as the Cubs take the series finale 10-3. The Brewers remain in first place by 1 game over Chicago and still owns the best record in baseball. Post-game, Pat Murphy lamented over what could have been and the impending trade deadline, which is today at 5 p.m. Central. Here's Dom Catronio.
The Brewers head into an off day with an odd feeling. At one point only down 2, but end up falling 10-3 in the finale to the Cubs. Manager Pat Murphy.
Disappointed about today. Just disappointed. It's still with me a little bit. Just disappointed. Looks like we're going to have another one of those games, and then we just.
It's no sweep, but now getting ready for the trade deadline. Emotions could be frazzled.
Everybody knows this is the trade deadline and what's going on, and I've prepped them in other conversations about things that can happen.
The deadline comes at 5 o'clock this evening. For WTMJ, I'm Dominic Catronio.
Erik, I'm going to take the heat for yesterday's loss.
Your fault?
Yeah, that's on me. That's on me, Brewers fans. I went to the game. I feel like my presence may have deterred them a little bit because they've been playing so well when I haven't been around. So
Well,
I'm going to take that one.
It seems like you and the entire population of Southeast Wisconsin were there. There was 1 million people at that game. I was there too. Holy cow.
Unbelievable for a Wednesday afternoon day game. It was a sellout crowd and way too many Cubs fans for my taste that were in the building. But hey, that's another story.
Just to promote, Matt Arnold will join us for Brewers 360 today.
Yes,
with the trade deadline coming up.
Right, and we can talk directly to the Brewers general manager to see how these times are for him, navigating through these trades and all these rumors and things of that nature. So looking forward to that.
Sounds like Eugenio Suarez is gone. He's already been traded to the
I
Mariners.
didn't think the Brewers were even in that sweepstake anyway. But we can ask Matt Arnold if they ever were. The Brewers will have a well-deserved day off before kicking off a 6-game road trip in Washington Friday night against the Nationals. Physicality has been a clear point of emphasis during the first week of Packers training camp, and that's not just designated for the defense. Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich feels the need to be more physical on the offensive side of the ball after the Packs' playoff loss in Philly.
Anytime, you get to those playoffs, you get to that position, however you are, where you're at is going to get exposed. And I think that's one thing we talked about, and one thing, we're going to focus on is making sure we're the most physical football team on the field when we go out there and play.
And we will talk to Jason Wilde in the next hour and see how that physicality played out yesterday on the practice field as well.
6:18.
Bring every detail of your world into clear focus with personalized eye care at Shopko Optical. Vince Vitrano here. The experienced and caring team of eye care professionals at Shopko provide comprehensive eye exams tailored to your unique vision needs. Need glasses, contacts, both? From expert care to the perfect prescription eyewear for your lifestyle. Get everything in one convenient visit. Call Shopko Optical or visit shopko.com to schedule your exam. Shopko Optical. Partners in your eye care.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 5th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Atlanta Braves.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in August 5th at 6:15 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
WTMJ's John Mercure here. If you're trying to make sense of this economy and where we're headed, Friday, August 1st, you need to check out a webinar with Annex Wealth Management's Chief Economist, Brian Jacobson. Friday, August 1st at 9 a.m. It's instant insight. Just after the jobs report is released, Brian will provide instant analysis on the employment picture, answer your questions, and explain what it all means to you and your money. Visit WTMJ.com and click the Instant Insight Register Now button, or check out events at AnnexWealth.com.
I'm Brett Matschke, and you're due for service.
Rich Lawns.
.620. Hi, Debbie.
Hey there. It's looking actually really good out on the roads right now. We've got full freeway speeds around the whole area, no major incidents. Everything is looking good. So, yay, play nicely. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Here's a look at weather. Air quality alert until noon today for all of southeast Wisconsin. I'm sure once you wake up, you will smell the smoke when you go outside. Increasing sunshine, though, but hazy and smoky with a high of 72. But the smoke clears later tonight with a low of 61. Tomorrow, Friday, sunny and beautiful with a high of 74. As a matter of fact, this weekend is going to be gorgeous with highs near the 80 on both Saturday and Sunday. And Monday, mostly sunny with a high of 80 with a good stretch of dry weather coming up.
Your forecast sponsored by Big Fish Contracting. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to see how they're renovating homes and redeeming an industry. We had been addressing the issue all week long, getting some perspective on it. The stretch along Water Street in downtown Milwaukee where there's been some police investigations. Earlier this month, there's an issue with people being shot. 2 were killed, 3 others injured. That was outside Element nightclub. This past weekend, a couple of more shootings near the Water Street area that left a couple of people hurt. Some young women had been hit by a car recently in the Water Street area. So there was an emergency meeting that took place at City Hall on Wednesday, and it was pushed by a couple of aldermen because they wanted to hear a plan. They wanted MPD to say, okay, here's what we're going to do. So here's a little bit of foreshadowing. So before that meeting started at 9 a.m. on Wednesday, like literally 4 minutes before the meeting started, Alderman Scott Spiker was on the program, Wisconsin's Morning News. And Telly asked him this.
The reality is there's just not enough bodies. So doesn't it really stifle what you all can do?
Yeah, no, that's an excellent point.
Yes, and that's basically what they found out.
Yes.
During the hearing on Wednesday was like, okay, well, we're going to move some officers around, but there's really not much else they can do. So at that meeting, MPD said, okay, we're going to add some more foot patrols starting this weekend, and they're going to pull some officers from some other districts around the city to do so.
Yeah. And the thing is, it was expressed last night that they're already stretched thin. And so at the end of the day, we know the root of the problem. The root of the problem is the Milwaukee Police Department has not been able to recruit. They haven't had a new contract in over 2 years, which includes a raise in over 2 years. And so it makes it hard that you can't just create bodies if you don't have them.
So here's what the alderman went on to say after you had asked him that.
The issue is we've had, since the sales tax has come in, we've had a revenue source. It hasn't been enough to fund the entirety of city services by any stretch. But the problem we're having, which a lot of other cities are having, is just not the same with recruiting an officer. After everything that's happened in recent history, it's the signing up to be a cop isn't what it used to be. And we have to adjust to the new workforce and what they see as important for making the job palatable or even attractive to them. It's still an honorable profession. It's still something that my kids, a lot of folks in my neighborhood look up to. But we got to make sure that we're bringing in a diverse set of officers and that we're making us stand out as a city where you want to work.
So that's a larger issue. Alex Ayala, who's the MPA president, the head of the union there, he says the department is really thin. He's spoke with WTMJ's Libby Collins and talked about how the department is down some 200 officers. And during this event on Wednesday, he also told WTMJ, look, yeah, we don't have all the officers to be able to do some of this stuff. So what can you expect? So that's where his frustration came from.
All these ideas are not going to go anywhere because we don't have the staffing to do them. And that is very frustrating for me and my officers who are already facing a very dangerous job where they're getting shot and killed in a line of duty. And then we don't have a contract. I mean, on top of all of this.
So then one thing we did address with Ken Harris. So Dr. Ken Harris from 1017 The Truth, he's a former Milwaukee police lieutenant, and he joined us on Wednesday as well. And he suggested, and this is a larger thing, it's, you can't fix this in a day, but he suggested, okay, well, what about like doing something similar to what Louisville does, where they have like, it's almost like a larger deer district in a sense, right? Because you've been there where it's like basically the entertainment center is you enter and exit through like one spot.
Yeah, there's a couple of checkpoints, and they had one on the north side and the south side, and where it can regulate the crowd where they're not long lines that can get into this open space, but it is a way to regulate and monitor who is in this space during this specific time.
Yeah, so if you tried something like that, could that be enough it's not going to be enough per se, and it would take logistics, and obviously Water Street is a street.
Yeah.
And all of that, but would something like that help quell some of the issues?
I think it is a good thought, and it is something that should be explored. But again, if you don't have the staff to implement this program, it's not going to work. It all comes down to not having enough police officers in uniform.
Well, didn't Channel 12 even report that last night, saying there was only like 3 officers there the day after all these issues anyway?
Which I thought it was only 3 officers that were on patrol of downtown the entire weekend, or at least that Saturday night. And that is just so hard to fathom that you are asking 3 officers, 3 bodies to patrol and monitor an entire downtown area, and especially on Friday and Saturday nights where it's heavily populated in the bar area.
But if you move other officers in there, okay, that makes sense. But then you're taking them from another district where no alderman or no resident in those areas want those officers getting yanked. So it's kind of like you're robbing what's the
robbing
the
Peter to play robbing Peter to pay Paul.
There it is.
Yes.
So that's what we're happening. So after all this conversation, here's what Alderman Bob Bauman said. Clearly, he was frustrated.
I have to say, what I've heard today is not very encouraging. It's pathetic, frankly. We're going to make some changes on the margins. We're going to add some officers here and there. We're going to beef this up a little bit. They're going to put lights on their shoulders. If that's the best we can do, you're basically telling downtown, you're on your own, folks. Hope for bad weather.
And the forecast for the weekend looking pretty nice at the moment. News about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. 2 hours from the bell, stock futures looking really good. All 3 indices are up as we await the bell in just a couple of hours. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family, so you can move fearlessly with the added confidence of top-of-the-line marketing for maximum home exposure. And that means more eyeballs and the real potential for the highest price for your home. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission, you win. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
When's the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or your back just aching? Or you walked down a flight of stairs without groaning, step by step, right? When's the last time you felt good? The pain never disappears, nothing changes, and you just kind of tough it out. WTMJ's Erik Bilstad here for QC Kinetics. Well, the time is now to set up your free consultation with the pros at QC Kinetics. Their regenerative treatments help restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies that can help you. There's no knives, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. You can set up a consultation for free, and you can bring your x-rays and your old MRIs for a no-pressure chat and a thorough evaluation. Call QC Kinetics. Worst case, you learn something new. Best case, you get your life back. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Acunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
Don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval. Get the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as better than the rest. The rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Acunet. Get yours by clicking on the blue button at accunet.com.
Sherry, Preston, at least 25 people taken to hospitals in Minneapolis after their plane had to make an unscheduled landing there. The problem was severe mid-air turbulence. Adam Nash was on board and says people who weren't strapped in were hitting the ceiling of the plane.
A gentleman 2 seats down from me, he had a gashed wound in the top of his head, and he was bleeding rather profusely.
The flight was supposed to be headed from Salt Lake City to Amsterdam. Dozens more people killed while waiting for food at a crossing in the Gaza Strip. The latest violence around aid distribution centers coming amid more international support for the Palestinians. Canada is now joining France and the UK and saying it will recognize Palestinian statehood in September at the UN General Assembly. Russia attacking Ukraine with more missiles and drones overnight. 8 killed in Kyiv. An Arkansas schoolteacher charged with murder in the killing of a couple hiking on a state park trail with their daughters. This is ABC News.
We got pretty good rides shaping up around the area. Now starting to get a little bit heavier, 41 southbound from about Silver Spring heading down towards Capitol Drive. A couple of broken down vehicles on 41 as well. One near Highway 145 up past or just south of Highway 60, and then another one just into Waukesha County. So careful with that. Otherwise, everything else is looking good. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Hazy and smoky today, a high of 72. We do have another air quality alert until noon today. You're going to notice it more today. Tonight, smoky but clear, a low of 61. Right now, it's 66 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, growing frustration over increased violence in downtown Milwaukee leads to a handful of proposed solutions. An idea floated during an emergency meeting of the Public Health and Safety Committee would build temporary barriers around downtown entertainment districts similar to those used during the Republican National Convention back in 2024. But Milwaukee Police Inspector Sharonda Grant isn't convinced it's going to stop violent acts.
How do you set those barriers knowing that there is no way to predict where people are going to retaliate in other areas right outside of the Corman?
Now, police specifically named Element Lounge as a recurring trouble spot. That bar was the site of a double deadly shooting earlier this month that killed a popular Milwaukee rapper.
The Milwaukee Police Association responding to city leaders who want solutions to address recent violence in downtown. MPA President Alexander Ayala.
All these ideas are not going to go anywhere because we don't have the staffing to do them. And that is very frustrating for me and my officers who are already facing a very dangerous job where they're getting shot and killed in a line of duty, and then we don't have a contract. I mean, on top of all of this.
Ayala says the department continues to face low recruitment and low wages. Mayor Cavalier Johnson's office says the city is engaged in ongoing discussions.
The mayor is pushing to recruit more residents to Milwaukee. It was a recent topic of conversation between Mayor Johnson and Marquette University President Dr. Kimu Ayun.
That's going to require all of us. And Marquette's part is, can we create the talent pool, and then can Milwaukee create the jobs that are available to them to get our students to be able to stay here? Those are the things that I'm looking at, is how can we work together to achieve all the things to make Milwaukee even better than it is.
Dr. Ayun joins Jeff Sherman on WDTMJ's The Upswing this Saturday at 11 a.m.
A new funding campaign for the War Memorial Center on Milwaukee's lakefront.
President and CEO Co Wynn tells WTMJ the campaign goal is $18 million, with half coming from private donations and the rest through public support. The center also got some funding in the recently signed state budget.
Allocated $5 million to the War Memorial, so that's really nice. And that's a matching fund, so anything that we raise ourselves will be matched by that up to $5 million.
With Milwaukee County funding being phased out by 2034, Wynn says this initiative ensures the center's long-term sustainability. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:34.
Coming up, Everyday Hero.
Hi, Mitzi. What's the news from Kessler's in Brookfield?
Everything's smooth like butter. We're all just marching to the beat of the big bass drum.
That sounds like fun.
Your email said you wanted to talk about 32 things. What are they?
The 32 things are rare and special engagement rings.
Tell me more.
Each one of these amazing rings is just waiting for someone to choose the center stone.
What about the side stones?
All the side stones are Kessler 81s.
81 windows exploding with light instead of just 57 windows that are modestly glowing like most other diamonds.
We have 16 rings in 18 karat gold and 16 rings in platinum.
All they need is a center diamond?
Yeah, and our prices on natural center diamonds and created center diamonds are incredibly low right now.
Each store has a beautiful assortment of these rings?
Yes, and they're priced from just $900 up to $3,900.
Good job. Keep marching to the beat of that big bass drum, Mitzi.
I'm excited.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
It's there all day, and it never goes away. I hate pain. It robs us of so much.
But if you take action today, your pain could be gone tomorrow. Because at Rejuvenex, we harness the power of Toradol and hyaluronic acid to calm the inflammation and cushion joints. Rejuvenex treatments are safe, they're FDA approved, and in most cases, insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pays for them. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, our treatments are affordable. It's not a gimmick. It's pharmacological medicine administered in office in a simple and convenient manner. And with it, our patients have been able to avoid risky surgery and begin to stop the onset of arthritis. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we've made pain treatment as easy and affordable as it can be. Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Time to honor an everyday hero. Everyday hero is when Wisconsin's Morning News celebrates an average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning they'd be saving a life or lives. Everyday Hero is sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. Azura Memory Care. So today we head to Traverse City, Michigan. It's a story that's been in the news. You may have heard this one. A man who went on a stabbing spree at a Walmart. He stabbed 11 different victims.
A lady was screaming for her son, and all the employees and patrons were clamoring, trying to run in different directions.
That is shopper Derek Perry. He tells ABC's Good Morning America that he knew something was wrong just by all the sounds, right? In the urgency and the chaos, people bleeding, screaming. So Perry, he was armed. Former Marine. He was open carrying, which is legal in Michigan. He confronted the man with his sidearm drawn.
And I can see in his eyes that he was wild-eyed, and he did not look like he was in his right mind.
So he was able to keep this guy still after all of this. Thankfully, no one is going to be seriously hurt or die from their injuries. But he confronted this guy out in the parking lot and was able to talk him down. He kept a level head, ordered the guy to drop the knife. Now, you know how that can be. You got a gun pointed at the guy. There's a lot of emotions. People are screaming at this dude, and he was able to keep a level head.
I took time to actually look and listen and try to understand his mind state and see that, yes, I am in a position to do something very rash, but it's ultimately my decision to not do it as well. Just de-escalate the situation, try to get him to surrender on his own accord.
Pretty incredible what he was able to do. He did so. That man now in custody facing 11 charges. He will be spending a long time in jail, but thank you to Derek Perry for saving lives and being an everyday hero. If you want to see that confrontation, by the way, it was caught on video. Just text the word hero to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620 hero to the WTMJ Siding Unlimited talk and text line. Everyday Hero is sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia problems, cognitive decline. It's their specialty. They're great at it. And they also offer early memory loss classes. They can help your loved one with locations throughout our state, many here in southeast Wisconsin. I've been in their facilities. They're top-notch. It's kindness at the core. It's compassion and empathy at Azura. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history, like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
640. Hi there, Debbie.
Hey there. Southbound 41. Backing up a bit from Appleton Avenue down to Capitol Drive as per usual. The northbound side slowing just before Mayfair Road up to North Avenue. Rest of the system is actually looking still really good. We got pretty much standard speeds across the rest of the system. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Boy, weather looking pretty good. Sunshine today, a little hazy and smoky, a high of 72. But get this, Friday, sunny and beautiful. Saturday, sunny and beautiful. Sunday, sunny. Monday, sunny with highs in the upper 70s. And maybe an 80 in there. Looking really nice the next several days. Right now, 67 at 641. That is music to Wisconsin State Fair CEO Sherry Black's ears when she hears that forecast. Holy cow, Sherry, this is amazing. You got a good stretch here to start.
Yes, very excited. Everybody's excited. Animals are excited. It's perfect fair weather.
Well, congratulations on day one of the Wisconsin State Fair, kicking off at 10 a.m. today. How you feeling about everything?
I'm feeling really good. I'm just so excited for everyone to come in and see all the improvements that we have made throughout the park. I think people are really going to enjoy them.
Sherry, there's so much preparation that goes into the state fair and making sure it goes off without a hitch. Now that it's day one, is there a little relief, or does that still kind of like, all right, we need to make sure that our plans are executed?
Yes. Well, we have an absolutely amazing team at Wisconsin State Fair Park, and I'm feeling really good. We had great setup. Of course, there's always those little things that you're going to have to tweak, but we don't know those until, we open the gates and can see how traffic flow is going, and maybe we missed something. Who knows? But I'm feeling good about it.
You mentioned some new things at the fair, like the Cream Puff Pavilion is going to look a little bit different this year, right?
Yes, the dairy building. It is going back to its original name with this new renovation. The building was built in 1909 as a way to promote the dairy industry in Wisconsin.
All right, so it's in the same spot, though.
Yes, it's just a renovation. So the original building is still there. There were windows that were boarded up and a drop ceiling. It was dark in there. So we took all of that out. The boards were removed from the windows, and now it is a bright, beautiful building. And you'll be able to see the production of the cream puff from the very beginning to the end, big, beautiful windows to watch that. And then our dairy promotion committee has programmed the rest of the building and has great educational displays about dairy. So it's really serving the purpose of why the building was built.
Sherry, do you see an extra or heightened excitement when it's day one? Because, so many people look forward to the Wisconsin State Fair, and now that it's here, is the first, I'm assuming the first and last days are the biggest days, but what's different about that first day when things kick off?
I think that the first day is so exciting because of course, it's just that anticipation, and you can feel it even with the exhibitors. They're so excited to show their animal or their project, and that excitement of possibly winning a blue ribbon or winning your class or winning overall. It's just there's a fun buzz around the park always on opening day.
The Wisconsin State Fair kicks off today. WTMJ and the State Fair have had a great partnership over many, many decades. Sherry Black, congratulations again. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Can't wait to see you guys out there.
6:44. We have lots to get to in sports. The trade deadline is finally here. That's next.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Inspired Closets, something that can positively affect your mood, getting organized and clearing out the clutter. A well-rounded closet could be the most powerful room in your home. Inspired Closets can transform your closets or laundry room, your pantry, any space in your house. What separates Inspired Closets from the others? Their 3D design software and a culture that promises to build what you want and need. Call my friends Katie and Dan today, a wife-husband team ready to help. Inspired days start in Inspired Closets. InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Hey everybody, it's Debbie Lazaga here for Comfort Awnings. Hey, I reclaimed my outdoor space with a beautiful retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. It's really the best of both worlds. You can enjoy summer sun and extend your awning when you need a little shade. It's completely customizable too. They're even available with remote control operation and, get this, sensors that retract it when it detects strong winds and extends it when it detects rain. Comfort Awnings are also a deterrent against UV radiation. And right now, you can get $250 off all awnings and screens. Give them a call at Comfort Awnings for your free estimate at 414-AWNINGS or visit ComfortAwnings.com.
Stranger Things fans, this is not a drill. Stranger Things Surfer Boy Pizza is back and ready for your freezer. Just in time for the final season of the Netflix smash hit. With 4 bold, new flavors like Hawkins High Cheese and Starcourt Mall Supreme, there are collectible stickers in every box, including rare holographics. Crafted by Palermo's with premium ingredients and 80s flair, they're perfect for your Stranger Things watch party. Grab yours now at your local grocer and get ready to taste the final chapter.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
2-0 pitch. Terang, broken bat. One hopper to first. It is fielded by Bush. He'll run to the bag and retire Terang, and this ball game is over.
With the series in hand, the Brewers were unable to secure the sweep as the Cubs take the series finale 10-3. The Brewers remain in first place by 1 game over Chicago and still owns the best record in baseball. Post-game, Pat Murphy lamented over what could have been and the impending trade deadline, which is today at 5 p.m. Central. Here's Dom Catronio.
The Brewers head into an off day with an odd feeling. At one point only down 2, but end up falling 10-3 in the finale to the Cubs. Manager Pat Murphy.
Disappointed about today. Just disappointed. It's still with me a little bit. Just disappointed. Looks like we're going to have another one of those games, and then we just...
It's no sweep, but now, getting ready for the trade deadline, emotions could be frazzled.
Everybody knows this is the trade deadline and what's going on, and I've prepped them in other conversations about things that can happen.
The deadline comes at 5 o'clock this evening. For WTMJ, I'm Dominic Catronio.
Eric, we both were at the game yesterday, and we both were amazed about the crowd size. It was a sellout on a Wednesday afternoon.
It was packed. You could always tell by looking up at the 400s.
Yeah.
All the way over to Bernie Chalet, just people. I was amazed at how many people were there.
But if you think about this entire homestand, they had 40,000 people stay after a game to watch a home run derby.
That's right.
And so, what a homestand for the Brewers that included a series win over the Chicago Cubs. The Brewers will have a well-deserved day off before kicking off a 6-game road trip in Washington Friday night against the Nationals.
And we should point out, I know that Eugenio Suarez, that third baseman from the Diamondbacks, has been a lot of talk. Some Brewer fans are looking forward to him. It looks like he's being traded to the Mariners. That broke overnight. The Diamondbacks sending him to the Mariners. So for those who had wanted him here in Milwaukee, it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Yes, and the good thing is we could talk to Matt Arnold about the other rumors or players that fans may want.
I'm sure he'll be an open book.
Physicality has been a clear point of emphasis during the first week of Packers training camp, and that's not just designated for the defense. Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich feels the need to be more physical on the offensive side of the ball after the Packs' playoff loss in Philly.
Anytime, you get to those playoffs, you get to that position, however you are, where you're at is going to get exposed. And I think that's one thing we talked about, and one thing, we're going to focus on is making sure we're the most physical football team on the field when we go out there and play.
Physicality, physicality, physicality. We've heard that word a lot of times out of Packers camp, and we'll talk to Jason Wilde to make sure they haven't been too physical against each other.
Coming up, are parents really letting their kids do this? That story next.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or 2 half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Wow, a bomb
slammed by Yelich.
Join the crew for an electric matchup when the Brewers host the Mets August 8th through the 10th. The weekend starts with a celebration at Cerveceros Night on Friday the 8th, featuring makers markets, music, and more. Then don't miss an all-new Christian Yelich bobblehead giveaway on Saturday the 9th, courtesy of American Family Insurance. Close out the series with Sunday Matinee Baseball and a limited edition Jacob Mizorowski t-shirt giveaway. Grab your tickets at Brewers.com.
Imagine that unbelievable new deck in your backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck builder. Building new decks and replacing old ones, creating that $1 million feeling every time you relax in your own backyard. Looking for a company to make your backyard scream wow? Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Gonna go see Wicked this afternoon, Debbie.
Are you?
Matinee show at the Marcus downtown.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
My 14-year-old wanted to see it before she saw the movie. So
Okay.
I was like, okay.
All right, cool. So she can do a compare and contrast.
Yes, so she can see which is better. That's
Excellent.
exactly what it is.
Okay. Southbound 41, we are seeing some delays from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Hampton. Beyond that, you're good to go all the way down to the zoo. Northbound side's a little heavy from Watertown Plank Road all the way up past North Avenue. And westbound 94's just got a little bit of a backup right through the stadium interchange. Nothing major, just a little bit of a backup. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Here's a look at weather. Debbie, you got me thinking about traffic right now. Air quality alert until noon today for all of southeast Wisconsin. Increasing sunshine, hazy and smoky with a high of 72. Tomorrow will kick off a long, good stretch of beautiful weather. Friday, Saturday, sunny and beautiful with highs in the mid-70s. And Sunday, same deal. Monday, mostly sunny with a high of 80.
Right now in Milwaukee, it's 66 degrees. Forecast sponsored by Dave Drakamp Heating. At our house, my youngest is 14, and I have an 18-year-old, and I have a 15-year-old. And the kids don't swear, but the conversation's getting a little bit more casual, if you will. They're allowed to say a little bit more than they probably would have said a few years ago. But what about kids younger than that? Dax Shepard, who is an actor, he's married to Kristen Bell, and he's the host of the Armchair Expert podcast, said that he lets his 10 and 12-year-olds swear.
I fully swear in front of my kids.
Yeah.
They are allowed to swear, not with impunity, but when it's called for and they land it and it's in the house and not out at a restaurant, it's okay.
Then it's okay. Jen Letta from ESPN Milwaukee 94.5, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy joins us in studio. What do you think of that?
So it will shock no one listening that I have a potty mouth. Okay. First of all, I grew up in a house where there was cursing, not by both parents, by one parent.
Okay.
And we were not allowed to curse. But as we got older, and to your point, you are expressing yourself. And the goal of being a parent for me is I want to create adults, human beings. I want to create people. Can you guys hear me? I can't hear myself.
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, good. Who can exist in the world. And I think a lot of people communicate colorfully. And so I don't ever think down on someone if they curse. I don't think like, oh, lower intelligence over here. I consider myself to be a pretty smart person.
Sure.
Who also happens to curse. Do I want my 7-year-old cursing? No. 5-year-old cursing? No. But I have a 16, almost 17-year-old. And there are times where he's watching a sporting event, let's just say, and he gives a F yeah or a hell yeah. You know what I mean? It's that emphatic, demonstrative, explosive reaction, and that doesn't bother me. And I also think people speak differently all over the country. You know, there are things, there are words, there are turns of phrases that people use that you might go, what the heck? What does that even mean? All over the place. And so I don't ever sit there and go, well, they are clearly inferior to me and my, you know what I mean? I don't have that attitude. So cursing doesn't bother me. It never has. Now, my kids would never be allowed to curse at school or in public. They know time and place. But I also think it's important to teach time and place because that's a lesson that you need for everything. I can't act the same way here. Well, I do very often, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there are places where you have to act a certain way, and there are places where you're allowed to be a little more free-flowing. And so kids learning that lesson early on, I don't think is a bad thing.
Do you know who doesn't swear? This guy.
Telly.
Telly does not curse.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It you know, I grew up in a household where I did hear a lot of cursing, and honestly, what made me stop is when I became a journalist and I was on television, and I just felt like I worked too hard to get to where I am to allow one word on a hot mic to destroy my career.
So smart.
And so I just started to try to figure out other ways to express myself. And it actually led me to read more and learn more words and enhance my vocabulary. And so I just think that it's so hard to kind of turn it on and off. And I just feel a certain way about kids cursing because I never cursed in front of my parents when they were alive. And I just felt like, okay, if I'm able to do it in the house and then I go somewhere and it accidentally slips out, then who is going to reprimand me? Because I could say, look, my parents let me do it, so who the heck are you to tell me I shouldn't be cursing? So I just feel like it's just it's either an all or nothing thing for me, as opposed to finding ways to turn it on and turn it off.
I just think the really important part of the whole conversation, no matter how you choose to manage and parent your kids, is teaching the idea of there are going to be things that you can do in our house that we don't want you doing it. You know, we stand up on the tables and dance sometimes in our house, just, to shake it off a little. Don't do that anywhere else.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
Read the room.
Hop up on the table at a restaurant or in your place of employment or at your school, you know, because it might be taboo. But here in the house, a safe space, we want to. So I think I really have no judgment if somebody feels differently. It's more of, know your own kids, know what their boundaries are, know what their capabilities are, and proceed from there.
Sounds good to me. Thank you, Jen.
Have a good day, guys.
Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee 94.5. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. It's 6:58.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
The 3-story food and entertainment development called Foxtown Landing is looking to open on North Plankinton Avenue in Milwaukee in the first quarter of 2027. The project is under construction near the downtown dog park. Pizzeria and taproom Hop Yard Ale Works of Appleton has opened its second location, this time in Menominee Falls. Hop Yard will be joining a growing beer scene in the community. The Wisconsin State Fair opens Thursday, featuring a variety of upgrades. Fairgoers will experience a renovated cream puff venue and updates to Grandstand Avenue. The updates are designed to offer more comforts for attendees. I'm David Schuyler for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Summer is finally here. We're outside and maybe noticing the condition of our old windows. Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors, your local experts in stylish, energy-efficient replacement windows. Boost your curb appeal with top brands like Pella, Anderson, and Marvin, tailored to fit your home, your style, and your budget. Plus, installation by employee carpenters. Wood, vinyl, fiberglass, all on display in their newly remodeled New Berlin showroom. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. Visit hometownwindows.com today.
Politics, work, daily stressors. Let's take a break from all that and get centered, Christ-centered. I'm Pastor Tim Butker. Join me each week for Christian Crusaders, a broadcast that highlights the gospel, the good news of Jesus, and our belief in the authoritative Word of God. Christ-centered, gospel-oriented, Bible-based, Christian Crusaders. Please join us Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ. We'd love to have you worship with us.
Built Right Furniture, Leather, and Mattress.
You gotta get to Built Right today.
Breaking news as it happens. Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
.701, this is Wisconsin's Morning News, Thursday, July 31st. I'm Erik Bilstad. Our top story, one step closer to release.
I'm Telly Hughes. More questions for the president over the Epstein case.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, and still looking pretty good out on the roads. The only delays really we're seeing are southbound on 41 from Appleton Avenue down to Capitol. Northbound is going to be right past Mayfair Road up to North Avenue and a little bit past Capitol as well. Otherwise, everything else is looking great. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Hazy and smoky today. You're going to notice it. Increasing sunshine, though, a high of 72. Tonight, clear, a low of 61. Still smoky, though. The rest of the weekend looks really nice. Should be a nice few days here. 67 degrees right now. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, conditional release could be set today for accused Slenderman stabber Morgan Geyser. Final amendments to the release plan, including requiring court approval if Geyser needs to change future residential placements, or the requirements to wear a GPS monitoring device. This would also include medication monitoring. Geyser's placement outside of Winnebago Mental Health Institute could start as early as August 4th. A previous plan had been rejected because it placed her just a few miles from where the victim lives. Now, Geyser and Anissa Wire, you may recall, were found not guilty by reason of mental defect back in 2014 for attempting to and stabbing their classmate Peyton Leitner.
A search for solutions continue amid a spike of violent incidents in downtown Milwaukee.
There was palpable anger Wednesday from members of the Milwaukee Public Health and Safety Committee, with police admitting to a recent uptick in violence in the downtown area.
What we've created is a mini deer district, which is basically the fear district now.
Staffing issues and human behavior all cited as reasons for the recent uptick by Milwaukee police. A message not bought by Alderman Bob Bauman.
What I've heard today is not very encouraging. It's pathetic, frankly.
At City Hall, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Breaking news out of Arkansas, where police say they have taken an extremely dangerous man off the street. They've arrested a suspect in the Saturday murder of a couple who had been hiking at a state park with their children.
From the moment word of the killings of Clinton and Kristen Brink became public,
the tips were, I will say, overwhelming.
Arkansas State Police Major Stacey Rhodes.
We were getting them from Washington State. We were getting them from Illinois. They were coming in across the country, so they were instrumental.
And helped lead investigators to 28-year-old James McGann, who was arrested as he was getting a haircut in a town 30 miles from the site of the killings. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
The family of alleged Jeffrey Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre is speaking out after President Trump said Epstein stole Giuffre from Mar-a-Lago. The family also saying Epstein's associate Ghislaine Maxwell should remain in prison after being convicted of sex trafficking. ABC News Chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl has the latest.
Just this week, the president told reporters he had a falling out with Jeffrey Epstein because he, quote, took people who worked for him at Mar-a-Lago, saying one of them was Giuffre.
I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know, none whatsoever.
Now Giuffre's family wants to know if the president was aware of Epstein's and Maxwell's abuse of young girls.
President Trump refuses to rule out a possible pardon for Maxwell, who is serving a 20-year prison sentence for sex trafficking.
Coming up, perhaps those glasses you're wearing could make you super intelligent.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 7:05.
Truly the best supplier around for all of our boating needs. This place is magic. I call it my candy store for boating parts. This is Dave Doro from Kendor Marine. And yeah, I said it, but these are the actual words of our satisfied and loyal customers. Boaters in the know exactly where to go, and there's a reason. We've got it all for our boater buddies. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water. Hey boaters.
Now, I wasn't eavesdropping. I just happened to overhear him talking about us. He said if you know what you're looking for, just rummage around. You'll find it. And it's true, because we stock more boat parts and accessories than anyone. Even those oddball parts you thought you'd never find. This is Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Vince Vitrano here. When you picture your family enjoying the backyard, what do you see? A big, welcoming patio for neighborhood cookouts? A cozy fire pit area for telling stories on a cool evening? Landworks Wisconsin creates the places these memories are made. From idea to installation, the Landworks team creates a complete outdoor environment, patio, walkways, gardens. All you have to do is enjoy. This is about creating the backyard your family will cherish for years to come. Start planning your dream space today at landworkswisconsin.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 7:07.
The MLB trade deadline is today, and there's at least one dish off the menu. We'll explain at 7:15.
Waukesha Fire is marking 50 years of paramedic service. Division Chief Dennis Groff says the job has transformed over the past 20 years, especially in how much care paramedics can now deliver right on the scene. Chief Groff tells WTMJ.
The advancement in the medical community. There are so many rewarding aspects of doing this job, working for the fire department, and certainly fighting fires, going out to car accidents and whatnot. But the strongest majority of our work rests on the EMS call.
Groff says innovation in the field has helped first responders save more lives faster than ever before.
A Senate committee has approved a bill that would ban stock trading by members of Congress, as well as the president and the vice president. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio.
The bill, called the Honest Act, advanced on a narrow 8-7 vote, with Republican Senator Josh Hawley, who sponsored the bill, siding with Democrats.
86% of Americans say that members of Congress should not be able to buy and sell shares of stock, individual stock, while they are members of this body, and they are absolutely correct.
Even though a carve-out was made so the rules would take effect after President Trump leaves office, the president slamming Hawley, calling him a pawn, accusing him of, quote, playing right into the dirty hands of the Democrats.
The bill would also prevent spouses of Congress members from trading or holding individual stocks.
Don't wear glasses now. You probably will in the future. CBS's Jesse Mitchell explains.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg's vision of the future of superintelligence involves glasses. He posted a video on X saying superintelligence should be for everyone, and that personal devices like glasses that see and hear what we do throughout the day will eventually become our main computing devices. Meta has teamed with eyewear makers on AI glasses that handle tasks including making phone calls and taking pictures and videos.
Zuckerberg says he wants everyone to have access to their own personal AI superintelligence, making people more productive so they can spend more time creating and connecting.
All right. Sure.
That's all you got?
7:09.
Hi, this is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. And you know, I'm a consumer just like you. And my ears perk up for pain relief messages just like you. But some of these ads...
Since I started taking this natural supplement, within weeks, my pain is completely gone.
I mean, come on. Give me a break. The truth is, there are imbalances in your body causing your pain. And there's physical therapy, which we are highly skilled at, that can improve imbalances. And there are alternative pain solutions. but not all of them are proven, safe, effective, or affordable. At Rejuvenex, the effectiveness of Toradol joined with hyaluronic acid has been proven. Our treatments are affordable, FDA approved, safe, and they're powerful medicines. They calm inflammation and cushion joints, and they can make your pain go away.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
7:10. Good morning, Debbie Lazago.
Good morning, Eric. Everything is looking pretty good out there. We've got delays southbound 41, as you might expect, from about Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound, a little slow around the North Avenue curve. Otherwise, everything else is looking good. Really, can't really complain. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today: increasing sunshine and breezy, but wildfire smoke is back over southern Wisconsin. An air quality alert continues until noon today. Temperatures topping out in the lower 70s. We hold on to some smoke tonight. Lows in the lower 60s. Sunny and beautiful for both Friday and Saturday. Highs in the mid and upper 70s. And we still will have sunshine around, a bit warmer Sunday and Monday with highs near 80 degrees. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
67 degrees at 7-Eleven.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Now, here are your hosts, Erik Bilstad and Telly Hughes.
Good Thursday morning to you, Erik and Telly. Telly's in for Vince, who's back on Monday. There's something happening today that the whole state is paying attention to, and oftentimes the whole state seems to go to, depending on the day.
Happening today.
Yes, the Wisconsin State Fair kicks off today. Probably see all the activity if you're taking 94 into downtown already. There's cars, there's workers, there's crews. They don't open the gates until 10 a.m. this morning. On the big stage tonight, it's Midland. Midland will wow fans with a rich country sound, Telly.
Hey, great way to kick it off.
And if you are going, one thing you may notice, CEO of the State Fair, Sherry Black, she joined us earlier on Wisconsin's Morning News. She says the dairy building, newly renovated.
There were windows that were boarded up and a drop ceiling. It was dark in there. So we took all of that out. The boards were removed from the windows, and now it is a bright, beautiful building. And you'll be able to see the production of the cream puff from the very beginning to the end. Big, beautiful windows.
Mm-hmm. From the end as it goes into your belly. We had some cream puffs here in the building yesterday because of the Cream Puff-a-Palooza. Greg and Jessica brought a bunch of boxes back.
I saw those.
They're sitting in the kitchen here in the office. So speaking of food and speaking of music, Lef's Miller Lite Sports Bar and Grill is the name of our location at the fair. If they're at Grandstand Avenue and 2nd Street. So they got a great lineup. So if you're looking for something smaller, some other music other than Midland, stop by Lef's and see their menu and listen to their music. We should also point out, because I wouldn't be helping Vetrano out. If Vetrano was here, we know what he would do. He would tell us how to get in for free or things like that. So in honor of Vince, we have to make sure that we explain to you what you can do here to get in for cheaper prices. So for State Fair today, Piggly Wiggly and Hunger Task Force are going to provide fairgoers a chance to get in for just $5. 2 cans of healthy fruits or vegetables. Make a cash donation outside the entrance gates, and you can get a voucher to get a $5 ticket for today.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Options.
Yes.
Wisconsin State Fair will be broadcasting live every weekday. Wisconsin's Midday News, WDTMJ's Point Taken, the afternoon show. So everyone's going to be out there enjoying the fair. So come by, say hello. We've got news. Lots of news when it comes to sports. Big day today.
Yes, it is.
Major League Baseball. We got sports next.
Here's the secret no one's telling you about those trendy weight loss shots. Many people gain the weight back after stopping, but there's a better way. Using the Milwaukee Weight Loss proprietary natural-based program, we've helped thousands of people not just lose weight, but keep it off long-term. You can lose up to 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 8 weeks while protecting your muscle mass. No side effects, no rebounds. Ready to transform your body for life? You can do this. Schedule your free consultation today at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Hey, it's WTMJ WTMJ, Steve Scafidi. I dropped 40 pounds with Milwaukee Weight Loss. No crazy workouts, no meal kits or shakes, and definitely no meds or injections. They helped reset my metabolism, and the weights actually stayed off. It's been a game changer for me. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Schedule your free consultation today by calling 262-393-2334. One more time, 262-393-2334. Or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Stranger Things, their final season comes out later this year. I think starts, Thanksgiving, and then they're going to finish it up around the Christmas time. So Stranger Things, which has been on for what seems like forever now, they're finally going to wrap up that amazing series. And speaking of Stranger Things Surfer Boy Pizza is back just in time for the final season of the hit Netflix series. Grab all 4 new flavors along with your limited edition collectible stickers in every box, some even rare and holographic. Crafted by Palermo's with premium ingredients and 80s flair, they're perfect for your Stranger Things watch parties. They're available now at your local grocer.
Hi, I'm Erik Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, reminding you to double-check your home. Siding Unlimited is the proven exteriors professionals for 31 years. Family-owned and locally operated right here in Wisconsin. Call Siding Unlimited and visit sidingunlimited.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
2-0 pitch. Terang, broken bat. One hopper to first. It is fielded by Bush. He'll run to the bag and retire Terang. And this ball game is over.
With the series in hand, the Brewers were unable to secure the sweep as the Cubs take the series finale 10-3. The Brewers do remain in first place by 1 game over Chicago and still owns the best record in baseball. Post-game, Pat Murphy lamented over what could have been and the impending trade deadline, which is today at 5 p.m. Central. Here's Dom Catronio.
The Brewers head into an off day with an odd feeling. At one point only down 2, but end up falling 10-3 in the finale to the Cubs. Manager Pat Murphy.
Disappointed about today. Just disappointed. It's still with me a little bit. Just disappointed. Looks like we're going to have another one of those games, and then we just.
It's no sweep, but now getting ready for the trade deadline. Emotions could be frazzled.
Everybody knows this is the trade deadline and what's going on, and I've prepped them in other conversations about things that can happen.
The deadline comes at 5 o'clock this evening. For WTMJ, I'm Dominic Catronio.
Busy times for the Brewers general manager Matt Arnold, but he will join us in Brewers 360 coming up at 8:40.
So Jeff Passan is reporting that Eugenio Suarez, the bomber from the Diamondbacks, has been traded to the Mariners. So he would be off the table if anyone was interested in bringing him to Milwaukee.
Yeah, it seems like there's a pipeline between Arizona and Seattle because that's the second Diamondback that has been traded to the Mariners. Josh Naylor, I want to say, was traded there last week, their first baseman. So the Mariners looking to make some moves in that AL West. The Brewers will have a well-deserved day off today before kicking off a 6-game road trip that will take them through Washington and Atlanta. They'll kick off their first of 3 against the Nationals on Friday night. Physicality has been a clear point of emphasis during the first week of Packers training camp, and that's not just designated for the defense. Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich feels the need to be more physical on the offensive side of the ball after the Pack's playoff loss in Philly.
Anytime, you get to those playoffs, you get to that position, however you are, where you're at is going to get exposed. And I think that's one thing we talked about, and one thing, we're going to focus on is making sure we're the most physical football team on the field when we go out there and play.
Coming up at 7:50, we'll hear from Jason Wilde, who is present at Packers camp every single day.
7:19.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Today, the forecast calls for a high of 72 degrees, 74 tomorrow, Saturday, 78, Sunday, 78. You know what that means? Going to be able to turn the air conditioner off. For the first time now, going to be able to open the windows that we have installed from Tri-County Contract. I've been waiting weeks to open the windows just because I want to use the new double hung windows and enjoy the screeneries there the screen that was put in there for the sliding glass door there out to the patio. I want to enjoy this stuff and haven't been able to. So now, finally today, going to be able to do that. Tri-County Contracting, they do more than just the roofs, remember. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and windows. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, CertaPro Painters. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. Yet at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
7:21. Hello, Debbie Lazaga.
Hello, Eric. Southbound on 41 continues a heavy ride from Appleton Avenue down past Hampton. On the northbound side, you got your backups from Mayfair Road all the way up past Capitol Drive. Everything else seems to be rolling along just fine. I'm not seeing really any other delays. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
In weather, an air quality alert remains in store for all of southeast Wisconsin until noon today. Increasing sunshine, hazy and smoky with a high of 72. Tomorrow kicks off a nice stretch of gorgeous weather. Friday, sunny and beautiful with a high of 74. Saturday, sunny and beautiful once again with a high of 78. Same drill. It'll be a carbon copy on Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 78. And Monday will finally reach 80 degrees, and it'll be mostly sunny once again.
7:22 in the forecast, sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating. Your comfort is their family's tradition. Breaking story out of Arkansas from overnight, one that had made national news. We'd been covering it here on Wisconsin's Morning News. This unheard of story where this couple hiking with their little girls and the husband and wife were killed. Arkansas State Police now have someone in custody. This happened on Saturday. Clinton and Kristen Brink were hiking with their children at Devil's Den State Park. That's in the northwestern portion of Arkansas when they were attacked.
We were able to take a monster off the streets and bring relief to Clinton and Kristen's precious girls.
That is a police colonel there, Mike Hager, announcing that they had taken someone into custody.
Arkansas State Police special agents have arrested James Andrew McGann, 28 of Springdale. He's been charged with 2 counts of capital murder in the deaths of Clinton David Brink and Kristen Amanda Brink.
A little bit more on how they were able to catch this guy.
From the moment word of the killings of Clinton and Kristen Brink became public,
the tips were, I will say, overwhelming.
Arkansas State Police Major Stacy Rhodes.
We were getting them from Washington State. We were getting them from Illinois. They were coming in across the country, so they were instrumental.
And helped lead investigators to 28-year-old James McGann, who was arrested as he was getting a haircut in a town 30 miles from the site of the killings.
That's ABC's Jim Ryan. What's so odd about this, obviously it's tragic and it tugs at your heartstrings, is that it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Where did this guy come from? Why did he do this?
28-year-old James McGann recently moved to Arkansas to take a teaching position in the town of Springdale. Police won't say why he might have killed Clinton and Kristen Brink. Among the first people told about McGann's arrest were family members who are now caring for the Brinks' 7- and 9-year-old daughters.
Yeah, and those little girls were there when this all happened, so they announced that this guy is in custody after several days of a manhunt here, and it seemed odd. Like, we've had a few of these that seem so eerily similar. We've had this situation. We're still looking for Travis Decker, That's the guy has Pewaukee connections, who's on the loose somewhere in the Northwest in Washington State after killing his 3 young daughters during a visitation. And now you have this situation with this guy just targeting a random couple. I mean, we don't know if it's random or not. They haven't released any motive, but just unheard of.
Yes. And we're hearing these type of stories far more often than we need to. And thankfully, the 2 young daughters that are 9 and 7, I believe, were unharmed when this happened. But the reality remains that they no longer have their parents with them, and we don't know why such a senseless act. And regardless of the motive, it's still devastating and tragic, no matter which way you look at it. And I mean, in reference to Travis Decker, they have even scaled back the manhunt for him.
They don't even know if he's alive or not.
So I mean, kudos to, I don't know what clues he left behind, but I mean, to get tips from as many places they got these tips from in Arkansas, I mean, that's pretty impressive work to, finally catch up with this guy after a couple days of looking for him.
Another story that continues to have news pop from it is the situation of this guy who drove from Las Vegas all the way to downtown New York to shoot up NFL headquarters on Park Avenue there. He had meant to target the NFL. He hit one executive, killed 4 others not connected to the NFL headquarters. Learning a little bit more about some of those involved in that situation.
The man who worked for the NFL shot by the suspect in the lobby, and instead of calling 911 to get help for himself, authorities say he somehow crawled through a door and called his friends and colleagues several floors up to alert them of the danger headed their way as the suspect headed for the elevators. The worker's one of 5 people shot, the only one to survive. Authorities say that selfless act to call others, to tell them to get to safe rooms, to get to panic rooms instead of begging for help for himself, makes him a hero.
That's ABC's Aaron Katursky talking about that survivor there. It'll be interesting. We have football tonight, by the way. There is the NFL game as the preseason gets underway starting tonight. Be interesting to see how the NFL handles this situation and what they do ahead of game time just to honor those who were lost. It is 7:27, 1 hour before the bell. News about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Right now, all 3 indices, the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P, are up again. They are up. The futures, anyway, an hour before they get going. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth. Annex Private Client. Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. It's 7:28.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often, because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved. But here, you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
With over 57 years of experience, family-owned Yutka Fence installs high-quality fencing with residential options, including vinyl, wood, aluminum, chain link, and ornamental fences. Committed to craftsmanship and customer service, Yutka Fence doesn't just build fences, they build relationships based on care, trust, precision, and protecting what matters most. Mention you're a WTMJ fan for 10% off your project. Schedule your free estimate today at yutkafence.com or call 262-859-3226.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. U.S. Special Envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, in Israel today discussing the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Another 47 people were killed overnight trying to get food, and doctors have warned that Gaza is on the brink of famine. Canada joining Britain and France in saying it will recognize Palestinian statehood at the UN General Assembly next month. Bond denied for the man charged with killing an Arkansas couple on a hiking trail last weekend. 28-year-old Andrew McGann is a fifth-grade teacher in Oklahoma as recently as last year. Extreme turbulence on a flight from Salt Lake City to Amsterdam. At least 25 people were sent to the hospital following the plane's diverted landing in Minneapolis.
I will hand it to the flight attendants. They were incredibly calm, very well trained, and very responsive.
Passenger Leanne Clement Nash. As many as 50 aftershocks following that 8.9 magnitude earthquake in the Pacific this week. No tsunami advisories. This is ABC News.
Well, southbound 41 is heavy from Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive, the northbound side, slowing right around that North Avenue curve. Back on the brakes from Burleigh up towards Hampton. Southbound 43 is just starting to slow down a little bit right past Good Hope Road. Something to keep in mind if you're going to be heading through there. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Increasing sunshine. Going to be hazy and smoky, though, because of the wildfires. Watch the air quality today. A high of 72. Tonight, smoky but clear. A low of 61. Right now, it's 66 at 7:32. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, growing frustration over increased violence in downtown Milwaukee. It's leading to a handful of proposed solutions. One idea floated during an emergency meeting of the Public Health and Safety Committee would build temporary barriers around downtown entertainment districts similar to those used during the Republican National Convention. But Milwaukee Police Inspector Sharonda Grant isn't convinced that's going to stop violent acts.
How do you set those barriers knowing that there is no way to predict where people are going to retaliate in other areas right outside of the Corman?
Police specifically named Element Lounge as a recurring trouble spot. The bar was the site of a double deadly shooting this month that killed a popular Milwaukee rapper.
Conditional release could be set today for accused Slender Man stabber Morgan Geyser. Final amendments to the release plan include requiring court approval if Geyser needs to change future residential placements, requiring wearing a GPS monitoring device, and medication monitoring while at the residential placement facility. Geyser's placement outside of Winnebago Mental Health Institute could start as early as August 4th. A previous plan was rejected because it placed her just a few miles from where the victim lives. Geyser and Anissa Wire were found not guilty by reason of mental defect in 2014 for stabbing their classmate Peyton Leitner to appease the fictional character Slender Man.
Milwaukee County is investing in one of its most iconic landmarks.
County Executive David Crowley and Milwaukee Chairwoman Marcelia Nicholson signed a legislation Wednesday committing $30 million to restore the Mitchell Park domes. Guy Smith, Executive Director of Milwaukee County Parks, says the project is bigger than the glass structure itself.
I think this is a true testament to Milwaukee. The elected officials, the community, especially the surrounding neighborhood, is so supportive, and the time is now, and we have the right partners.
The restoration will happen through a public-private partnership led by the Milwaukee Domes Alliance. Nizer Spencer, WTMJ News.
Your energy drink could mistakenly contain alcohol.
High Noon says some of its vodka seltzers were mistakenly labeled as energy drinks. The company is recalling 2 lots of its 12-pack beach variety seltzer. Some of them contain cans that are mislabeled as Celsius Astro Vibe Sparkling Blue Raz Edition energy drinks. The affected cans have a silver lid instead of a black lid. High Noon says a shared packaging supplier mistakenly shipped the company empty Celsius cans. The recall impacts several states, including Wisconsin. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
For more details and the 2 affected lot codes, visit WTMJ.com.
Traffic is brought to you by Bumblebee Blinds. Visit them at bumblebeeblinds.com.
Bumblebee Blinds Milwaukee can refresh your home with high-quality blinds, professional guidance, and easy installation. Book a free consultation today. Bumblebee Blinds, window treatments to buzz about.
Coming up, another reason to floss.
Ready
It's
to
not what
upgrade
you
your
think.
home's exterior? Family owned and operated since 1983, J&J Contractors specializes in top quality windows, doors, and siding that enhance your home while increasing its value and energy efficiency. From modern vinyl siding to stylish fiberglass doors, and from double hung windows to sliding glass doors, they have the perfect solutions for your home. Contact them today for a free consultation. Just search online J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
J&J Contractors. Here's the website. Visit jjcontractorsllc.com.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 7:36.
One trade chip is off the table for the Diamondbacks. We'll explain at 7:45. All right, so if you have a fear of needles, and perhaps that's what's keeping you from getting your annual flu shot every year, there is a new idea. North Carolina State University has just invented a way to deliver vaccines using dental floss.
What?
They say it can get into the bloodstream pretty quickly through our gums. And vaccine floss might be more effective at preventing illnesses that you catch through your nose and your mouth. If you think about it, right, especially for those who don't floss very often, sometimes that can cause you to
bleed.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So this could be one way to you put the vaccine on the actual floss, you clean out the teeth. Not only are you taking care of your gum disease, but you're also vaccinating yourself for the year for the flu.
What about the people that already floss all the time and don't bleed when they
still have to get the shot then, maybe?
Like, what other way can you get it into your bloodstream?
Well, that's the biggest challenge here is actually getting people to floss. So, what's going to be harder? Getting someone to go to the doctor to get a flu shot or go to buy some floss that has vaccine on it?
Yeah, I think I would go with B. And most people, there's way more people that are afraid of needles than floss.
I think that's fair. 7:38. This portion of the show brought to you by Steinhoffels. Visit them at steinhoffels.com.
Looking for your best night's sleep? Get it with a new Tempur-Pedic from Steinhoffels. Experience Tempur-Pedic's advanced pressure-relieving power, designed to help make aches and pains a thing of the past. Right now, Queen Hybrids start at just $52 a month with Steinhoffels 60-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Upgrade with an anti-snore adjustable base for your best sleep yet. Steinhoffels is your mattress destination. Shop in-store or online today.
I'm Libby Collins. This week on Conversations, we talk with the president of the Milwaukee Police Association, Alex Ayala.
Is it only when they get shot? Or do you care about your police officers on a daily basis? And that's the problem that I have. It only seems to be happening when an officer gets shot. But when an officer gets hurt, it's a quick press conference to say, I care about my police officers, but then you show us something else behind closed doors.
WTMJ Conversations, Sunday mornings at 11 on WTMJ.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car's not one of them. That national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
What? The car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adamm.com.
What do you think, Debbie? Would you try the vaccine dental floss?
Sure.
Yeah?
If I knew it was going to work, I mean, that's the kicker. It's like, I have no problems flossing and stuff like that. I've gotten used to it, so.
Yeah, what if they have the wrong strain? You know, sometimes they miss on the strain.
Well, what does it taste like, too? Is it mint?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah.
Tastes like medicine.
If it tastes icky, then probably that, yeah.
Good
So,
question.
Butterscotch flavor. Anyway, southbound 43 backing up from just a little bit right from Good Hope Road down towards the Bender Road area. Westbound 94, you got your backups now starting from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound from 76th Street through the Stadium Interchange. Southbound on 41, you got your backups there from Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol. Northbound slowing just before Mayfair Road up towards Capitol. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today: increasing sunshine, but the wildfire smoke is back in southern Wisconsin. An air quality alert is in effect until noon today. Temperatures topping out in the low 70s. We may still have some of that wildfire smoke around tonight. Clear and breezy. Temperatures around 61 degrees. The sunshine back for Friday and Saturday. Feeling pleasant out there. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, and we have more sunshine for Sunday and Monday with highs near 80 degrees. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Right now it's 7:42. You hear these stories from time to time about turbulence, a plane having to veer right, or a door falling off a plane or something like that. In this case, just dramatic turbulence for a Delta flight.
There was actually no warning. It was a very abrupt, hard hit.
So at least 25 people have been hospitalized after a Delta flight experienced heavy turbulence. This flight was headed from Salt Lake City to Amsterdam, but had all kinds of issues.
If you didn't have your seatbelt on, everyone that didn't have, they hit the ceiling and then they fell to the ground. And the carts also hit the ceiling.
That's passenger Leanne Clement Nash. She was speaking to ABC News about this. She wasn't the only one on board, of course.
The gentleman 2 seats down from me, he had a gashed wound in the top of his head, and he was bleeding rather profusely.
Yeah, that guy also on the plane saying that it was just so dramatic. Just things floating in the air, people hitting the ceiling. And here's my favorite part is what this woman said about the flight attendants.
I will hand it to the flight attendants. They were incredibly calm, very well trained, and very responsive.
All is well. Don't worry about it as things are flying through the air. They did have to divert the flight. It was that bad. They say it just hit something in the jet stream that caused them to drop so significantly. They ended up landing in the Twin Cities. But you spent a lot of time on planes.
Yes, and that's never fun. I've always been so. I'll be honest. I can't stand turbulence, and it messes me up every time because I just don't like the feeling in my stomach.
Oh, sure.
And yes, I have flown quite a bit in my life, but it's still very uncomfortable. And for things to hit the ceiling and then come back and hit the floor, that means they probably dropped maybe 1,000 feet in a matter of seconds or something, and that can be very, very scary.
Delta says, obviously, safety is their top priority, but the flight did encounter significant turbulence while en route, so that's why it had to land in the Twin Cities. It is 7:44. Big day today in the MLB. It's trade deadline day. We've got it in sports next.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavini for QC Kinetics. You ever wake up with that pain in your back or your elbow? In my case, it's my elbow, or your knee or your other joints? Well, how about doing something about it? I went to QC Kinetics. I talked to Dr. Ashley Caravelli and their team and scheduled my treatments, 5 treatments throughout the summer, to make me feel better, to use my own body to help restore and repair this damaged joint, in my case, the elbow, using natural therapies, no surgery, none of the pills, no masking of the injuries that are bothering you. You can even bring your own x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free no-pressure chat, and you can find out if you're a good candidate. Worst case, you learn something new about yourself. Do what I did. Go to QC Kinetics. You will find out what is ailing you. You'll help your body heal itself. Here's the number, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Don't wait. Call now. QC Kinetics.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
2-0 pitch. Terang, broken bat. One hopper to first. It is fielded by Bush. He'll run to the bag and retire Terang, and this ball game is over.
With the series in hand, the Brewers were unable to secure the sweep as the Cubs take the series finale 10-3. The Brewers do remain in first place by 1 game over Chicago and still owns the best record in baseball. Post-game, Pat Murphy lamented over what could have been and the impending trade deadline, which is today at 5 p.m. Central. Here's Dom Catronio.
The Brewers head into an off day with an odd feeling. At one point only down 2, but end up falling 10-3 in the finale to the Cubs. Manager Pat Murphy.
Disappointed about today. Just disappointed. It's still with me a little bit. Just disappointed. Looks like we're going to have another one of those games, and then we just...
It's no sweep, but now, getting ready for the trade deadline, emotions could be frazzled.
Everybody knows this is the trade deadline and what's going on, and I've prepped them in other conversations about things that can happen.
The deadline comes at 5 o'clock this evening. For WTMJ, I'm Dominic Catronio.
We'll hear from Brewers general manager Matt Arnold in Brewers 360 coming up in an hour.
It sounds like Eugenio Suarez, the third baseman from the Diamondbacks, looks like he's gone. He's been traded to the Mariners overnight.
Yeah, but the Brewers have always been able to make efficient trades with people that have had lesser names. Yeah, I mean, basically everybody that puts on a Brewers uniform ends up turning their whole career around, or at least at the beginning. So we'll see, and we can talk to Matt Arnold about all the possibilities that's been swirling around this team who are definitely in position to be buyers this year as opposed to sellers. The Brewers will have a well-deserved day off before kicking off a 6-game road trip that will take them through our nation's capital and through Atlanta. But they'll kick things off Friday night against the Nationals in the first of 3. Physicality has been a clear point of emphasis during the first week of Packers training camp, and that's not just designated for the defense. Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich feels the need to be more physical on the offensive side of the ball after the Pack's playoff loss in Philly.
Anytime, you get to those playoffs, you get to that position, however you are, where you're at is going to get exposed. And I think that's one thing we talked about, and one thing, we're going to focus on is making sure we're the most physical football team on the field when we go out there and play.
And we'll get the latest from Packers training camp from Jason Wilde coming up at 8:10.
Yeah, Jason usually joins us at 7:50. He has a conflict, so we're going to get him at 8:10 today. It's 7:48.
It's there all day, and it never goes away. I hate pain. It robs us of so much. But if you take action today, your pain could be gone tomorrow. Because at Rejuvenex, we harness the power of Toradol and hyaluronic acid to calm the inflammation and cushion joints. Rejuvenex treatments are safe, they're FDA approved, and in most cases, insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pays for them. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, our treatments are affordable. It's not a gimmick. It's pharmacological medicine administered in office in a simple and convenient manner. And with it, our patients have been able to avoid risky surgery and begin to stop the onset of arthritis. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we've made pain treatment as easy and affordable as it can be. Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
We ran the numbers. Overseas furniture makers charge an extra 38% to package and ship iffy furniture to the Midwest.
So out of $1,000, you're paying $380 for nothing that makes the product better.
But 82% of Penny Mustard's furniture is made within 300 miles of us.
So we're able to invest that extra $380 into higher quality materials and craftsmanship.
American-made furniture that lasts for generations.
When you shop at Penny Mustard, it adds up.
PennyMustard.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
7:50 on Wisconsin's Morning News. You know what I'm doing today, Debbie?
What?
Taking the teenager. She is going to see Wicked for the first time.
Oh, it's her first time.
Yeah, she's never seen it
Excellent.
before. So, well, because she wanted to see the movies, and she asked me, it's her birthday a couple weeks ago, and she said, any chance we can see the musical first? And I'm like, well, it's in town. Dad can make that happen.
There you go.
So, going to be the hero today.
Word of warning, though, the book, very difficult to get through. And very different, so just letting you know.
All of those Oz books are weird.
Yeah, very strange and literally difficult to get through. I started reading and then I had to listen to the audiobook, and even then I finished going, oof, that is not the musical.
And they don't sing popular.
No.
Okay. All right.
All right. Westbound 94 starting off delaying now from about 20th Street all the way through to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound has got some backups from 76th Street to about 35th. Southbound 41, as usual, delays from Good Hope Road down to Capitol. Northbound's backing up from about Swan Boulevard all the way up past Capitol Drive, almost to Hampton. And southbound 43 also seeing some delays now from Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
In weather, as an air quality alert until noon today for all of southeast Wisconsin, increasing sunshine, hazy and smoky with a high of 72. Tomorrow kicks off a nice stretch of gorgeous weather, sunny and beautiful with a high of 74. Friday, sunny and beautiful with a high of 78. Same 78, mostly sunny, high on Sunday. And on Monday, it will reach a high of 80 with mostly sunny skies.
Forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Typically at this time, we chat with Mark Tauscher. Tauscher is off. He's enjoying some PTO. Tauscher, of course, always sponsored by Kohler Services and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And typically in his place, we chat with Jason Wilde up in Green Bay covering the camp. But Wilde's got a conflict, so we're going to check in with him at 8:10. So we will still get to Jason. We'll get you your Packers fix here. But first, we got to get through some other stuff. So this is interesting because I feel like everyone can relate to this a little bit. A lot of conversation about health data sharing and all the things that are on MyChart. I don't know if you've ever used the MyChart app, where it's you can basically look and communicate with your doctor via this MyChart thing. So I'll talk to my doctors at Freighter from that. I'll ask a question and a nurse or the doctor will write you back, and you can figure out other things that way, and you can see the results of any, blood work right away. You can just kind of see this on this app. It's kind of nice, or for your kids or whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, the White House announced on Wednesday a new health data sharing initiative that would make it easier for patients, doctors, and healthcare facilities to have access to all medical records. So this program is a collaboration between the federal government and big tech. So the president announcing it on Wednesday.
Instead of filling out the same tedious paperwork at every medical appointment, patients will simply be able to grant their doctors access to their records at the push of a button.
So you'd be able to get all of your medical records accessed pretty easily. The system would be maintained by the federal government through the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, pulling health data kept by big tech companies like Amazon, Google, and Apple. So you know how some people use even the Apple Watch, or they have that Apple Health thing on their phone. that actually could then be communicating with other entities that then all would have that same access.
Well, it sounded great until you said the government would be involved.
Excellent point. So that's what this Georgetown University professor, this guy Lawrence Gosson, says. The idea sounds good, but he says when you are letting the government have control of something, you never know what's going to be done with that data.
A lot of what the Trump administration is trying to do here is to make available whole medical records to third parties, and that worries me about the lack of safeguards.
Yeah, and who is going to be able to get that information? The idea of like full communication sounds great, right? Because we've all been there. Been there where you're like, I swear I resubmit the same stuff for medical stuff all the time.
Yeah, I'm not all of a sudden just going to start changing everything in terms of medications and things that I make. You're right. It's every single time you go, you got to fill out the same thing. So I get the tediousness of it. But again, when the government gets involved, they can not only use it for that purpose, but they got your stuff. They can start using it for other reasons.
Right.
And without your permission or even knowledge of it. So it sounds great, but I think that the government have enough things to worry about as opposed to, now taking on another thing to really invade your privacy.
Well, and that really is, it's like people are really, I don't want to say secretive because it sounds like they're doing something nefarious, but people are really secretive, for lack of a better term, when it comes to their health stuff.
Yeah.
You just do not feel comfortable knowing that stuff's out there. Actually, it still makes me smirk sometimes. Like when the nurse said, if I'm in just because of a respiratory illness or whatever, and the nurse is rattling off all of my medications. Okay, so you take this. Yeah, why are we talking about that? I have a cold. Like, yes, I do take that medicine. They're just like rattling off stuff that I was prescribed in 2021 and things like, oh, all right, well, thanks for saying that out loud.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, there are different times where my doctor may go over my family history. Yeah. And I remember last time I was thinking, hey, how do you know that? And I was like, oh, I must have told you that.
Right, yeah.
But he was like, yeah, you have a history of this, and your brother suffered from this, and your sister. I was like, wow. And that can be creepy. But think about it. It's your doctor. It's someone you trust, someone you probably have a long-standing relationship with, and you feel that way. Just imagine about that information being delivered to people that you don't even know.
Right.
And that's a possibility once the government gets their hands on your stuff.
So at the moment you're leery.
I could probably think of another word outside of leery, but yes, to keep it mild at 7:57. Yes.
Wisconsin's Morning News. We'll check in with Jason Wilde. We'll do that at 8:10. News here at the top.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
The 3-story food and entertainment development called Foxtown Landing is looking to open on North Plankinton Avenue in Milwaukee in the first quarter of 2027. The project is under construction near the downtown dog park. Pizzeria and taproom Hop Yard Ale Works of Appleton has opened its second location, this time in Menominee Falls. Hop Yard will be joining a growing beer scene in the community. The Wisconsin State Fair opens Thursday, featuring a variety of upgrades. Fairgoers will experience a renovated cream puff venue and updates to Grandstand Avenue. The updates are designed to offer more comforts for attendees. I'm David Schuyler for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Do you want the economy mulch or the premium? The only real difference is that the premium mulch has thicker strands, while the economy mulch is finer. But the colorant we use for both is of the highest quality, and that's why the color of our mulch lasts longer. And our mulch comes from trees, not pallets, and we process it all in-house. That's why our prices are so low. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. At Erickson's Landscape Supply, we have durable, maintenance-free polywood patio furniture and #1 grade treated natural pine Amish-made patio furniture. And we also have a wonderful assortment of concrete benches, statues, and fountains available in a selection you just gotta see to believe. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less, plus a whole lot more. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection or stop on in today.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Hey, this is Honest Eddie from the car lot down the street.
Hi, Honest Eddie.
Is it true your showrooms don't have any employees?
That's right. Hasselus mattress showrooms are employee-free.
Now, don't you be dishonest with Honest Eddie.
It's true. Give the mattresses a try with no pushy sales guide. And through Monday, get additional instant savings of $248 off Sealy Posturepedic and Beauty Rest.
Son, to make it in sales, you gotta pressure people. Like, what's your budget? Or, I know it's the most expensive model, but trust me, it's the right one for you. And what's it gonna take to get you into a Sealy Posturepedic or Beauty Rest today?
But that's hassling customers.
Yeah, so?
Our store is called Hassle-Less Mattress.
Just change the name. How about Wacky Westerns?
Uh-oh, you're breaking up. Gotta go.
Wait, no, let me talk to my manager.
Hassle-Less Mattress, 100% Eddie free. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassleist.com.
I'm Brett Matchke, and you're due for service.
Richlands.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
8:01, I'm Erik Bilstad. This is Wisconsin's Morning News, Thursday, July 31st. Our top story, one step closer to release.
I'm Telly Hughes, arresting a killer in Arkansas.
I'm Debbie Lozica. Southbound on 41, still heavy from Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound is backed up from just north of Swan Boulevard all the way up to Hampton. Southbound 43 slowing from Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring and then back on the brakes from about Keefe down towards Burleigh. Heading down through the Marquette, no major issues. I'm Debbie Lozica with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Increasing sunshine today, hazy and smoky. We have a high of 72. Do have an air quality alert until noon. Tonight, still smoky, but clear, a low of 61. Right now, it's 68 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, conditional release could be set today for accused Slenderman stabber Morgan Geyser. Final amendments to the release plan include requiring court approval if Geyser needs to change her future address, and the requirement to wear a GPS monitoring device. It would also include medication monitoring. Geyser's placement outside of a Winnebago Mental Health Institute could start as early as August 4th. So that'd be next week. Now, a previous plan had been rejected. It was too close to where the victim lives in this case. You may recall Geyser and Anissa Wire found not guilty by reason of mental defect back in 2014 for stabbing their classmate Peyton Leitner.
A search for solutions continues amid a spike of violent incidences in downtown Milwaukee.
There was palpable anger Wednesday from members of the Milwaukee Public Health and Safety Committee, with police admitting to a recent uptick in violence in the downtown area.
What we've created is a mini deer district, which is basically the fear district now.
Staffing issues and human behavior all cited as reasons for the recent uptick by Milwaukee police. A message not bought by Alderman Bob Bauman.
What I've heard today is not very encouraging. It's pathetic, frankly.
At City Hall, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
No bond for the man charged with killing a couple from Arkansas in front of their 2 young daughters. ABC's Jim Ryan says police have offered no motive yet for these murders.
Andrew McGann was a 5th grade teacher in Oklahoma as recently as last year, and school officials there insist he had passed a criminal background check before he was hired. Now the 28-year-old is charged with killing Clinton and Kristen Brink in Arkansas, where Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders says.
I want to be clear that if you commit a violent, senseless act here in our state, our law enforcement will hunt you down and bring you to justice.
McGann was in the middle of getting his hair cut yesterday when police arrested him. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
President Trump's new tariff rates take effect tomorrow. Most countries will likely find themselves with a 15% tariff rate. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
It often takes 6 to 12 months
for the impact of tariffs to kind of wind their way through the economy. I think what we are seeing is people are nervous that prices will be rising. They understand tariffs are paid by the importing country, not by anyone else, and that's likely to make prices go up.
The president has threatened to impose a 35% tariff on Canada if no deal is reached by Friday, connected to Canada's recognition of the Palestinian state.
News about your money. The Federal Reserve is leaving its key short-term interest rate unchanged for the fifth time this year, brushing off repeated calls from the president for a cut. Now, Chairman Jerome Powell is signaling that it could take months for the Fed to determine whether the president's tariffs will push up inflation or lead to persistent higher prices.
Higher tariffs have begun to show through more clearly to prices of some goods, but their overall effects on economic activity and inflation remain to be seen.
The decision leaves its key short-term rate at about 4.3%.
Coming up, guaranteeing you can speak to a human.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 8:05.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with a new LiftMaster or CHI maintenance-free garage door. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. A study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%. Garage doors rank first among all home improvement projects. To see Geiss's huge selection of doors, visit their showroom in Brookfield, or you can also visit their online showroom at geissdoors.com. Geiss has everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, you call Geiss at 262-784-4250. That number again, 262-784-4250. It's Geiss. Visit them online at geissdoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
Hi, I'm Erik Brown, owner of Outdoor Living Unlimited. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech decking installer. We install anything decks and more. Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:06.
Roughly 70% of Americans say they find interacting with automated phone systems versus human customer support representatives frustrating. You know these types, right? When you call and you're talking kind of to a computer instead of a real person. Well, there's a bill now in the U.S. Senate that's going to try to fix it.
Comedian Julie Story captures the experience.
Thank you for calling this automated system that sounds like a real person but will be significantly more frustrating for you.
Democratic Arizona Senator Ruben Gallego and West Virginia Republican Senator Jim Justice have introduced a bill to ensure that you can speak to a real human being and one located in the U.S. if that's your preference.
Oh, it sounds like you have a question about your account. Is that right? Yes. Ooh, that's too bad, because now I'm going to take you through prompts that have nothing to do with your question.
The bill would limit federal benefits for companies who ship those jobs overseas.
All of our representatives are busy at this time.
Michael Toscano, CBS News, Washington.
Goodbye.
Animals have arrived at the Wisconsin State Fair.
Brianne Van Dusky of Van Dusky Dairy Farms in Sheboygan says it's been nonstop preparation for opening day.
It's a very chill day, but also there's a lot of work that gets put into the day, but it's a fun time to just catch up with everybody. A nice way to start the fair because it's very relaxed and we can get to see everybody we want.
Van Dusky says for the cows, it's a day of pampering.
And we fed them, make sure their bedding, their hay is in front of them, and just making sure they're comfortable.
At the Wisconsin State Fair, Sean Brenda, WTMJ News.
You will notice one popular building looking a bit different starting this year. The Cream Puff Pavilion at the State Fair is getting a facelift, so it's not really called that anymore either. It's got its name changed. The newly renovated historic building returns to its original name. It's called the Dairy Building. Same spot, of course. Executive Director and CEO of the Wisconsin State Fair, Sherry Black, joined us earlier on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Our Dairy Promotion Committee has programmed the rest of the building and has great educational displays about dairy. So it's really serving the purpose of why the building was built.
Yeah, she says it's got a lot more windows now. It's going to look really sharp there when you stroll into State Fair today or during the duration. Visitors to the Dairy Building will also see the entire Cream Puff creation process from start to finish, from the very first ingredient to the time it goes in your belly, Telly. State Fair opens today, 10 a.m.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendall Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Got an old boat, a new boat in between. Kendor Marine. Upholstery and parts, hard to find things. Kendor Marine. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Everything you need but the water. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Like a boat-loving kid in a candy store. Kendor Marine. If you have a question, we have the expertise at Kendor Marine. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water.
Easy to find at 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin or at KendorMarine.com.
Junior Achievement of Wisconsin has had business technology from James Imaging Systems for several years. Lori Salzman, Vice President of Enterprise Services, explains why.
We started with the document imaging, and I have to say that the service and support has been fantastic.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed business technology company.
I've never met an organization that is so responsive to make sure that we are up and running all the time for us to be more efficient and allow us to focus more on the work that we do for helping young people.
Lori, what's your recommendation to others that aren't getting that kind of attention from their business technology company?
Please call James Imaging because they will work with you to make sure that you find a solution that can make you more efficient and productive.
Make the call, 262-781-7700, or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
8:10. Debbie, I keep teasing Telly about the cream puffs because I don't know if you know this, Debbie, but Telly's the most fascinating individual I've ever met. He doesn't curse, which is just incredible to me, and he's a vegan, so he doesn't eat cream puffs.
Okay.
He won't even go in the dairy pavilion and watch them being. I'm just kidding. He would watch.
I can go and watch, but I can't consume. It would be really bad for me.
Fascinating. I was debating whether or not I should offer him a cream puff just to hear him say no again, but I'll let it be.
You could just ask him to say no. Just say no once, Telly. That way we can keep playing that over and over again every time we try and ask.
Right.
And he loves talking about it all the time. He loves.
You can tell. You can tell.
Anyway, how are the roads?
We got delays southbound on 41, starting from just south of Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing down just before Mayfair Road, up past Capitol. Eastbound 94 now starting to slow down from about 92nd Street all the way through the Stadium Interchange to about 35th Street. We do have a broken down vehicle off on the right shoulder at 35th Street, so something to keep in mind. Westbound's backing up from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. And southbound 43, we've got delays from just south of Good Hope Road, pretty much all the way past Silver Spring. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
I'm trying to think which would be more difficult. The vegan diet or the not cursing? Which one would be more difficult? I think I could.
Sounds like a poll question.
So my wife's a vegetarian, so I think I could pull off. I mean, obviously, vegetarian and vegan aren't the same, but it's.
Yeah.
I think I could maybe pull it off. The swearing would be really hard.
Yeah, I would put my money on the diet too, Eric.
Because you guys actually, for those not in the know, there are plenty of things you can eat. It's not like you can't eat it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's not like it used to be where there aren't that many alternatives.
Right,
but nowadays, I mean, you can replace all type of dairy stuff with non-dairy stuff.
Yeah. Anyway. Forecast sponsored by Big Fish Contracting. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to see how they're renovating homes and redeeming an industry. It's going to be a nice stretch of weather. A little cool today, but it's going to be nice through the weekend. Increasing sunshine today, hazy and smoky, high of 72. Tonight, smoky but clear and a low of 61.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Now, here are your hosts, Erik Bilstad and Telly Hughes.
Telly in for Vince. Vince is back on Monday. We promised it, and he's here. Jason Wilde, of course, ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde, who's been covering the Packers and doing double duty for us, helping us out with Tausch being off, is joining us now on Wisconsin's Morning News. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning, guys. And I think both the things that Telly does sound damn hard. So good for him.
Right? That's what I thought too. All right, so camp continues, and this is so crazy. We have football tonight. Not the Packers, of course, but we have NFL football starting tonight, Jason.
We do indeed with the Hall of Fame game, and I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm the only person who feels this way, but I love preseason games. I love these guys are trying to keep the dream alive, right? I mean, Telly, thinking back to your Brewers days too, I'm sure when you were at spring training and there were those guys that were on the roster, the fringe of the roster, and trying to make the big club and not go down to the minors.
Yeah.
I love that part of it, especially when there's guys that actually succeed and beat the odds. And so I know it's not great football a lot of times, and I know most people, even for Packers games, are tuning out before the end of the game. The second, third, fourth quarter, the numbers dip in viewership. But I love the preseason, and I love hearing the stories of guys that are trying to overcome the deck being stacked against them and make it in the league.
Jason, you are and have been a great storyteller for many years, and for a person that has a passion for that, you're absolutely right, because those fringe guys usually have the best stories. They are trying to not only make the team, but their whole lives depend on these training camp and these what most fans think are meaningless preseason minutes in the third quarter, and you can't name one single person that's out there, but those moments mean everything to these guys.
Yeah, they do, and there have been so many times that those types of players. My favorite one of all time is Tramon Williams, who obviously, if you're a Packers fan, he was not only on the 2010 Super Bowl team, he was a huge part of it. He was one of the top 5 corners in the league at that point. But here's a guy who, in college, went to Louisiana Tech just to be an engineer. He was sitting in the stands for the first game of their football season, and he was there with his future wife who played basketball there. And she turned to him and said, "You're better than these guys that they've got at corner." So he walked onto the team, plays at Louisiana Tech, but doesn't get drafted into the NFL, and then spends an entire year. Every Tuesday is workout day, where teams bring in guys for tryouts. And so he spent an entire year going to tryouts with different teams. Every Tuesday, he was on a plane to a new team. And he came to the Packers late in the 2006 season, and the Packers signed Tramon Williams to their practice squad. But training camp in 2007 starts. We don't know anything about this guy. He's just some guy from the practice squad. And then on family night, he has an interception against Brett Favre. And I'll never forget this, because family night's Saturday night. And Tim Van Boren from Fox 6 is interviewing him. And Tramon had so little experience being interviewed that, and Telly, you've done TV a ton, he would take the microphone from Tim every time he was answering a question. Because he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So Tim would ask his question, and he would take it, and then he'd answer, and then he'd give it back. And you could see on Tim's face, hey, wait a minute, what are you doing? But he's the ultimate story, right? Because then he becomes an all-pro corner. He wins a Super Bowl. And all because there were a couple of magical moments, like intercepting Favre on family night, that got the coach's attention. He took advantage of every opportunity he got. And he's like that. I always have told Tramon, we stay in touch. When is Disney going to do this movie? Because last night I was watching The Rookie, the story of Jim Morris, who was like the baseball coach that became a major league pitcher at age 35. He'd been a Brewers draft pick. They need to do the Tramon Williams story. That's the kind of stuff Disney would love to tell.
Love that.
It sounds like Jason has a little executive producing in his future.
Hey, Jason, we heard from – actually, it's a great idea. We heard from the coordinators Wednesday. Anything saucy, anything that piqued your eyebrows?
Yeah, so there's one, and I held off on writing about it because I want to talk to some of the players about it. But their big emphasis on defense with Jeff Hafley this year is they get more fumbles. And so they've created this. One of their assistant coaches, Wendell Davis, has been called the Ball King. That's his new title. Like, they don't even let you call him Wendell anymore. You got to call him BK or the Ball King. And before every defensive meeting, he goes through the previous day's film and shows guys they either did it right and forced a fumble against the offense or had an opportunity to take a poke at the ball and failed to do so. And every time they successfully get a fumble, they show the video of it, and they have now built in a siren in the meeting room that goes off, like lights and woo, 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 woo. And so that and there's an old saying in the NFL, and Telly, I know you've heard this too. They always say, you get what you emphasize. And this is something they're emphasizing, and their hope is that the emphasis obviously leads to, and they weren't bad at it last year, by the way. They finished 4th in the league in takeaways defensively. So it's not like they were bad, but they believe on defense that this is the thing that's going to take them to an even higher level.
Jason, in honor of the preseason starting tonight, and I made this statement earlier off the air, this is the this is the first Thursday that there will be football for every week, every Thursday until 2026, which sounds great to me. But a huge football fan. But in honor of the Hall of Fame game tonight between the Chargers and Lions, I believe, I know it still may be too soon to even have an answer to this question, but I'll ask anyway. What are the early thoughts of the starters, the Packers starters, playing in preseason games this year?
Yeah, I definitely think they'll still play some. I don't know if it'll be much. Matt LaFleur is very risk averse. But again, talking about stuff you emphasize, like, they want to be a more physical team. It's kind of what's led to some of these issues we've talked about this week. And so I think in order to do that, there's another old saying, the only way, how you get better at playing football? By playing football.
Playing football,
and it's not like working, I'm standing in our driveway. I can work on my 3-point shot, which is darn good, by the way. I'm not here to brag. But I can't guard a folding chair, but I can shoot it from the outside. But it's easy to do that here, right? But when I got somebody guarding me, it's much harder. Same with football. You can run all the drills you want when you're not tackling, but sooner or later, you got to be ready to tackle a guy or be tackled. So I do think that they're going to want to play their starters some, but again, it is a very fine line, and everyone is risk averse in that building. So I don't think we'll see much of them. The question I have is, how much will Jordan Love play? How much are they willing to put him in harm's way? Because we know how much he struggled last year with injuries that he suffered in Brazil and then again in Jacksonville at midseason.
Yeah.
Jason Wilde, ESPN Wisconsin's very own. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
All right, buddy. 8:22. Let's check in with Debbie Lazga again. How we doing, Debbie?
Well, we are still seeing some delays out there. Southbound on 41, hitting the brakes just south of Good Hope Road, all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound is going to be slow just before Mayfair Road up towards Capitol. Southbound 43, Good Hope Road, down past Silver Springs, going to be the heavy spot. And then on eastbound 94, we've got backups from 84th Street all the way to 35th. Westbound is slowing from about 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ's Brandon Snide for Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. Are you ready for another great ride? Wisconsin Harley-Davidson has you covered. Join them this Saturday for the 28th annual Waukesha Sheriff's K9 Ride. Take a great ride courtesy of the Sheriff's Department with your final destination being at Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. Enjoy music from the Potentials, a K9 demo, food, and so much more. A great day supporting our law enforcement. All info can be found at WISHD.com or find them on Facebook under their events. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
Hey, Stranger Things fans. Stranger Things Surfer Boy Pizza's back just in time for the final season of the hit Netflix series. So they're going to have a batch come out of episodes on Thanksgiving, then another batch on Christmas, and then the series finale is going to be on New Year's Eve. So that's how they're doing it this year. And in honor of that, you got to grab all new flavors along with your limited edition collectible stickers in every box of your Stranger Things Surfer Boy Pizza. Even some rare and holographic stuff there. It's crafted by Palermo's. Palermo's with premium ingredients and 80s flair, perfect for your Stranger Things watch parties. Available now at your local grocer.
WTMJ's John Burke here. If you're trying to make sense of this economy and where we're headed, Friday, August 1st, you need to check out a webinar with Annex Wealth Management's Chief Economist, Brian Jacobson. Friday, August 1st at 9 a.m. It's Instant Insight. Just after the jobs report is released, Brian will provide instant analysis on the employment picture, answer your questions, and explain what it all means to you and your money. Visit WTMJ.com and click the Instant Insight Register Now button or check out events at AnnexWealth.com.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, John Mercure here. Hope you'll join me every Saturday at 1 for Experience Wisconsin. This week's show is huge. I mean, it's monstrous. It is absolutely enormous. We've got great guests from around the state. We will check out iconic supper club Ishnala. We'll head to central Wisconsin and hang out with our friends in Stevens Point. And then north along the lake, a great summer planned in Sheboygan. We have got you covered. It's from east to west, north to south. It's Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1, right here on 620 WTMJ.
Wisconsin's Morning News, Erik and Telly. Vince is back on Monday. Update on that story we were following all week long, but really specifically on Wednesday's program about this emergency meeting that was going to be held at City Hall regarding recent stretch of violence in the Water Street area of downtown Milwaukee. There's been several police investigations. Earlier this month, someone shot 5 people outside Element nightclub. 2 were killed. Had a couple of different shootings near Water and Knapp Streets this past weekend. So there's been these issues, so they were holding this emergency meeting. And I thought this was interesting. So obviously there's a lot they're going to talk about, but one thing that you, Telly, asked Alderman Scott Spiker, so the meeting, before it started, like 5 minutes before that meeting was going to get underway on Wednesday, we had the alderman on the program, and you asked him a very specific question.
The reality is there's just not enough bodies. So doesn't it really stifle what you all can do?
Yeah, no, that's an excellent point.
Yeah, if there's not a lot of people that are working for the police department right now, how are you going to move more people in, or what are you going to do? How does that work? And yeah, you're right, Telly. That's an excellent point, said the alderman. So he went on to say,
the issue is we've had, since the sales tax has come in, we've had a revenue source. It hasn't been enough to fund the entirety of city services by any stretch. But the problem we're having, which a lot of other cities are having, is just not the same with recruiting an officer. After everything that's happened in recent history, it's the signing up to be a cop isn't what it used to be. And we have to adjust to the new workforce and what they see as important for making the job palatable or even attractive to them. It's still an honorable profession. It's still something that my kids, a lot of folks in my neighborhood look up to. But we got to make sure that we're bringing in a diverse set of officers and that we're making us stand out as a city where you want to work.
So how do you do that in this case if you don't have the numbers? Well, they are going to move more foot patrols starting this weekend into the Water Street area. So they're just going to pull cops from other districts around the city.
Yeah, but how long can you do that? Because you're compromising other districts when you're moving officers from one district to another.
Yep, you're right. So one of the many issues that we're dealing with, they have a couple other ideas as well. Do you put up more barricades? Do you try to do something akin to what they do in Louisville? That's what Dr. Ken Harris was pushing, this idea of like where you have just access points where you can go in and out, like kind of like a Deer District thing, but larger. Yeah. Obviously, Water Street is a street. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it would take a lot more involved to be able to figure that out, but just an idea. But interesting enough, when they walked through this, Alderman Bob Bauman clearly frustrated after that meeting, saying that this is not much better.
I have to say, what I've heard today is not very encouraging. It's pathetic, frankly. We're going to make some changes on the margins. We're going to add some officers here and there. We're going to beef this up a little bit. They're going to put lights on their shoulders. If that's the best we can do, you're basically telling downtown, you're on your own, folks. Hope for bad weather.
828.
There's a lot of noise coming out of Washington these days, but one thing retirees in Wisconsin can't afford to ignore is the new Big Beautiful Bill. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the truth. The changes buried in this bill could have a serious impact on your retirement. At Drake & Associates, we've dug into the details, and we want to make sure you know what's really at stake. The Big Beautiful Bill includes sweeping updates to tax brackets, Social Security thresholds, Medicare premiums, and retirement account rules. And for many retirees, it could mean higher taxes on your savings, more limits on deductions, and unexpected changes to your income plan. Maybe you're already retired, or maybe you're just a few years away. Either way, what you don't know could cost you thousands. That's why we're offering Wisconsin residents a free educational guide to help you understand how the new bill may impact retirees and questions to discuss with your trusted financial advisor. Just text the word tax to 414-897-9522. That's tax, T-A-X, to 414-897-9522. You'll get immediate access to expert insights from the team at Drake & Associates, retirement planners who have been serving Wisconsin for over 20 years. We focus on tax-efficient retirement planning, helping you keep more of your money, avoiding surprises, and staying ahead of the curve no matter what Congress throws your way. So before the Big Beautiful Bill takes a bite out of your hard-earned savings, let's make sure your plan is designed to help prepare for uncertainty. Text TAX to 414-897-9522. That's TAX to 414-897-9522. Drake & Associates, helping build retirement confidence right here in Wisconsin.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Hi, I'm Erik Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, reminding you to double-check your home. Siding Unlimited is the proven exteriors professionals for 31 years. Family-owned and locally operated right here in Wisconsin. Call Siding Unlimited and visit sidingunlimited.com.
8:31. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, July 31st. I'm Erik Bilstad. Our top story, what police say they need to stop the violence.
I'm Telly Hughes, hoping to excite younger motorcycle riders.
I'm Debbie Lazago. We've got a crash now. It's on the ramp from eastbound 94 to northbound 43 in the Marquette. The left shoulder is blocked with that. Watch out for that. And we've also got a vehicle fire on the off-ramp from 4394 southbound to Lapham. So keep that in mind if you're going to be heading through either of these areas. Southbound 41 is going to be backed up from just before Appleton Avenue all the way down towards Capitol Drive as well. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Increasing sunshine, hazy and smoky today because of the wildfires. We do have more air quality alerts in effect today. High of 72. Tonight, smoky but clear and a low of 61. Right now in Milwaukee at 8:32, it is 68 degrees.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump says a trade deal has been reached with another country.
The president overnight announcing a preliminary trade deal with South Korea. Both sides settling on a 15% tariff on most South Korean goods, including cars and electronics. That's down from the 25% the president had threatened. South Korea also agreeing to buy $100 billion of American energy.
ABC's Rachel Scott, in a sign that President Trump's tariff policies may be starting to lift prices for many goods. The Commerce Department says prices rose 2.6% last month compared with a year ago, up from an annual pace of 2.4% in May. The figures are above the Fed's targeted 2% mark to begin lowering interest rates. The Labor Department says a number of Americans filing for jobless benefits did inch up last week as well. It's the first time in 7 weeks unemployment benefit applications went up. Middle East Special Envoy Steve Witkoff landing in Israel to discuss the humanitarian situation in Gaza. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 8:33.
The Milwaukee Police Association is responding to the recent violence downtown.
MPA President Alexander Ayala says the big issues for Milwaukee police are recruiting and retention.
And these plants are not going to be able to work if we don't have the proper staffing. And you heard it from the command staff, and you heard it from the alderman. We don't have enough. We're stretched thin.
Ayala has also been vocal about his frustrations with the ongoing police contract negotiations. In response to MPA, the mayor's office released a statement, in part saying the city is engaged in ongoing discussions. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
The comments come after Milwaukee city leaders held an emergency meeting at the Public Safety and Health Committee. They did that Wednesday morning.
Attracting more residents to Milwaukee. That was a recent topic of conversation between Mayor Cavalier Johnson and Marquette University President Dr. Kimo Ayun.
That's going to require all of us. And Marquette's part is, can we create the talent pool, and then can Milwaukee create the jobs that are available to them to get our students to be able to stay here? Those are the things that I'm looking at, is how can we work together to achieve all the things to make Milwaukee even better than it is.
You can hear the full conversation with Dr. Ayun on WTMJ's The Upswing this Saturday, August 2nd at 11 a.m.
Targeting a younger consumer to ride those motorcycles. That's the goal for Harley-Davidson, as the company announced a smaller and more affordable bike. Harley-Davidson CEO Jochen Zeitz.
This bike has been in development since 21. It's taken time, but we feel confident that we can achieve a profitable margin. And from there, obviously, we can build a profitable business. And we believe that how we've engineered this product, it will be profitable.
The newly named Sprint cycle is priced around $6,000. Now, executives expect the Sprint to be available in the U.S. next year, but it'll be shown in dealerships starting this fall.
The War Memorial Center on Milwaukee's lakefront has launched a new funding campaign. Operation Advance, Preserving Our Future, has a goal of raising $18 million, with Milwaukee County funding being phased out by 2034. This initiative ensures the center's long-term sustainability. War Memorial Center's Co Win tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Our mission is to honor the dead and serve the living. And that's exactly what we do. We are a living memorial where we have exhibits in there that captures all of the past wars, all of our heroes.
For more information or to donate, visit WTMJ.com.
A milestone moment for first responders in Waukesha.
Waukesha Fire is celebrating 50 years of paramedic level service, and department leaders say the progress has been remarkable.
What we're able to do out in the field, things that were previously only able to be done in the emergency room with nurses and doctors, we now have the capabilities to deliver that same level of service in somebody's living room or out on the streets at a car accident.
Division Chief Dennis Graf tells WTMJ.
We're talking about a half century of time that we looked at, and we saw some progression. Our challenge as the fire department is to stay current with the community's need.
Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
News about your money, the WTMJ NX Wealth Management market update. Things looking good as they get underway on Wall Street. The Dow is up 77. The NASDAQ is up 240. That's more than 1% right now. And the S&P is up 43. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 8:36.
Restaurant prices are soaring, but not at the Mine Shaft Restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure here. Every Thursday, when you buy one pizza, you get a second pizza free. So don't turn on your oven today. Enjoy a free pizza at the Mine Shaft. Buy one pizza, get one free. Buy 5, get 5 free pizzas. You want 100 pizzas, you'll get 100 free pizzas. Any size, any quantity. Coaches, bring in your soccer and baseball team for free pizza. Your players will love that huge game room. It's super affordable team bonding. Bring in pizza today for your hardworking employees. Order now and pick up your free pizza shortly. They will appreciate you. Don't cook. Take your family to the cool and comfortable Mine Shaft for free pizza. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh, right near EAA. Buy one pizza today, get one free. Just walk on in. And the Friday all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry is just $7.99. It's big food. It's big fun. It's the Mine Shaft Restaurant. MineShaftRestaurant.com.
Don't miss another exhilarating water show. The 3rd annual Mercury Racing Midwest Challenge Boat Races in Sheboygan. Friday night is a downtown block party where you can see boats up close, enjoy live music, food, beverages, and then get ready for the races. Watch the races live Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the south shores of Lake Michigan behind Blue Harbor Resort. Boats, bites, and brews coincide at King Park. Sponsored by the City of Sheboygan and Three Sheeps Brewing. The Mercury Racing Midwest Challenge Boat Races, August 8th through the 10th.
We
We see you out there making the most of every moment, one big bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like select name brand tires. Rewards members can buy 3, get 1 free, and get an extra $20 instant savings. Purple Power Automotive Aluminum Brightener, just $9.99 a gallon. Plus, rewards members can save an extra 10% in-store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's private shopping night this Sunday only, starting at 5 p.m.
We got Brewers 360 here on Wisconsin's Morning News coming up in about 6 minutes. The National Transportation Board, the NTSB, is going to hold another meeting today, the second of 3 hearings on the American Airlines and Black Hawk helicopter crash, you may recall, from last January. This one was at Reagan in Washington, D.C. Remember that flight was coming in? It hit that Black Hawk. 67 lives lost. At the time of the crash, the helicopter should have been flying below 200 feet, but it was at least 70 feet higher, according to investigators. Chris Van Cleves with CBS.
Less than 2 seconds before impact, the pilots shouted out an alarm. Flight data indicates they tried to climb aggressively in an attempt to avoid the helicopter. Tim Lilly's son Sam was the airliner's co-pilot.
Sam was a good pilot, and he would have been trying to fly that aircraft all the way to the bottom.
Now, according to newly released transcripts from the airplane's cockpit voice recorder, shows the pilots received an automated verbal warning about traffic in the vicinity about 20 seconds before the collision. So just an automatic announcement, so to speak. It appears that no one in the helicopter knew it was what was happening.
Flight data from the black box on board the helicopter indicates the pilots may have never seen that they were on a collision course with that airplane, even into the last moments before the impact.
Yeah, it could have been just a second before it happened. And here's the frustrating part of it, too, is that there had been discussion about changing some of the procedures at Reagan before this took place. You remember, like we've heard before. We actually spoke to our Captain Scott, who joins us from time to time. He's a commercial pilot, has been doing it for years. He has said that Reagan is one of the most difficult airline or airports to land in. He says it's a badge of honor the first time you do it, just to say, hey, I've done Reagan. And you were talking, Telly, about how when you used to fly there a lot for work, like oftentimes they wouldn't even bring you to Reagan for that reason.
Yes, absolutely. And it was just seemed like it was always more activity at that airport where it would not allow us to fly in, and we would fly in and out of Dulles, which is the other airport in the Washington, D.C. area.
So what Chris Van Cleave from CBS is saying is that there's new information that preceded the crash that makes it more tragic and frustrating.
The FAA, we learned, had a working group looking at air traffic control issues around Washington Reagan Airport. They even talked about moving those helicopter routes away from the airport. That action was never taken.
Yeah, it was never taken, though. We've had this incident in January. Another day of hearings with the NTSB today. Brewers 360 is next, and we got Matt Arnold on this, the MLB trade deadline day. First, let's check the roads with Debbie Lazaga. Hi, Debbie.
Hey there. Well, we got some delays, and we got a couple of accidents, or actually an accident and a fire. Eastbound 94 to northbound 43 in the Marquette. We got a crash off on the left shoulder, so that's going to be affecting your ride just a bit. And then the vehicle fire, it's on the off-ramp to Lapham from 4394 southbound. That ramp right now is closed because of this, so just be extra careful if you're heading through the area. As far as delays are concerned, the usual. Southbound 41 from Good Hope Road to Capitol, northbound from Mayfair up to Capitol Drive, southbound 43 from Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring, and eastbound 94 heavy from 84th Street through the Stadium Interchange. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Are you struggling with stubborn weight gain during perimenopause or menopause? It's not your fault. Your changing hormones are forcing your body to store fat, no matter how little you eat or how much you exercise. But there's hope. The Milwaukee Weight Loss Proprietary Natural Program helps restore your metabolism and reset your hormonal balance so you can finally lose the weight and keep it off. No counting calories, no prepackaged meals, no injections, just real results. Join thousands of women who've discovered how to lose 10 to 20% of of their body weight in just 8 weeks to feel like themselves again. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scafidi. I dropped 40 pounds with Milwaukee Weight Loss. No crazy workouts, no meal kits or shakes. They helped reset my metabolism, and the weight's actually stayed off. It's been a game changer for me. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two. Schedule your free consultation today by calling 262-393-2334 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
WTMJ's Erik Bilstad here. So when's the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee just barking, that back screaming at you? And when's the last time that happened? Or how about this? You walked down a flight of stairs and you felt good about it. You weren't groaning step by step. When's the last time you felt good, right? Because there's always something with that knee, that back, that hip. Well, this is why you need to call QC Kinetics. Get yourself some FaceTime, a free consultation with the pros at QC Kinetics here locally. Thousands of patients in the area wish they would have called sooner because QC Kinetics and their regenerative treatments work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies. That means no knives. That means no pills, not a bunch of drugs, and it means no downtime. You can have a session and then go right into work or go back home and enjoy time with your spouse. You can go play golf, do whatever you want. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Healthy joints, healthy lifestyle. Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Arthritis, injuries, wear and tear, common joint issues that keep you from doing what you love. At OAW, a visit to the doctor doesn't always mean surgery. Everyone is different. Surgeons, nurses, physical therapists work together to come up with a plan for you. Maybe it's PT, medication, injection, and if you do need surgery like I did, you know you're in the best of hands. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. Book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
Brewers GM and Senior Vice President Matt Arnold.
Arizona Diamondbacks Suarez.
Gino Suarez.
Oh, wow, great, Matt.
Holy cow.
Appreciate you being up front with us.
This is Brewers 360.
Yeah, no, that's well done.
Always a good sport. Brewers 360 sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Big Fish Contracting. Matt Arnold joins us on Wisconsin's Morning News. We should point out that Gino Suarez was traded overnight. He's now, or at least going to be, a member of the Seattle Mariners. So, Matt, obviously we know today's a busy day for you. We know that it's a busy day for the league. How does that go? Have you noticed it the last couple of days, or when did you notice at least more activity between conversations? Is it now that the deadline's here, does that really ramp up the talk?
Yeah, it certainly does. I've been on the phone already this morning for a while, but it's something that's kind of evolves really throughout the season, honestly. But certainly deadlines are always impactful when you have to make decisions. And so, yeah, today is going to be certainly a very busy day. We tried to do a lot of work before this, and I think, when we were able to acquire Danny Jansen the other day, and even going back before that, guys like Andrew Vaughn, Quinn Priester, et cetera. So, getting guys like Woodruff back, et cetera. There's just a lot of guys. Obviously, that wasn't a trade, but, just continue to add guys to our mix is not just something that happens today. It happens over the course of the entire season.
Matt, every year the trade deadline is different, and teams are buyers and they're sellers. But regardless of which position you're in, how many calls do you field leading up to the trade deadline? Because there's all type of scenarios and there's all type of teams that's looking to pluck out of you all's farm system. So typically, does it make a difference if you're buyers or sellers when it comes to fielding calls when the trade deadline comes up?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in both directions, honestly, and certainly you can still. You can still add to the team. You can add future wins potentially by trading players off your major league team. So it's like you said, it sort of depends whether you're buying or selling, and sometimes you can do a little bit of both. But yeah, we get a ton of calls, and I think that's a good thing. Hopefully that's a reflection on the fact that we have players that other teams are interested, both at the major league level and in our prospect system as well.
And we assume that most GMs are calling for like legit reasons, right? No one's like pranking you today, right? Texting you silly stuff and sending you memes and things.
No, today would be a bad day for a prank. It's all business right now for sure.
What do you do with like a Nestor Cortez? Obviously, a pitcher that you guys got in the offseason who has been recovering, or like a Rhys Hoskins. So even as today's a trade deadline, you were talking about, getting Woodruff back and how great that is. Can that become I don't want to say it's an issue because it's always good to have more depth than less, but what do you do with like a Hoskins or a Cortez when they're ready to go?
Yeah, look, those are really good problems to have. I mean, I think we're not that far removed from having, really light pitching, whether that was starting or in the bullpen, and so, you can say you have depth until, 5 minutes later, and then you look up and you say, oh, shoot, I wish we had this guy and this guy. So it's certainly something we're still working through. Nestor's been great on his way back here, and he's a really, really great teammate. So it's something we're still working through, over the next few days. And, again, he's been a really good pitcher on really good teams, and we certainly think he can help us going forward.
Matt, how are the Brewers constantly and have the propensity to go out and make trades that others that don't really see the same value in the players that you all get, and they come here and be successful? Because to be honest, the biggest and the last biggest trade deadline move the Brewers made involved CC Sabathia. And not to diminish anybody else after that, but it seems like the scouting department, they're always able to find guys like Andrew Vaughn that others may not have even paid attention to. And he comes here and he's already a folk hero. I mean, it's hard to predict those type of things, but how is it that the scouting department seems to, let's just be blunt about it, always get it right?
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, we've certainly had our share of misses. And look, I think we've made a lot of trades over the course of the time I've been here in 10 years. And, we're never going to be perfect. But I'll tell you what, I mean, we were at the office, well after midnight last night. And we have a lot of guys that really care. I think that's the important thing. And we have a lot of guys that really want to get, the players right in these deals. And so it's sitting around the table with guys that have put their life into this, honestly. And so we have a lot of people around here that care and want to help bring a championship here to Milwaukee.
So one of the local stories here that's been kind of fun to watch is the U13 Whitefish Bay Little League team is in the World Series. And they have a game today at 2 p.m. And I was texting with the coach, Matt, because we were going to have him on tomorrow just because it's fun. The team's in California and all that. And lo and behold, I find out your kid is on the team. Your kid is going to play today during the draft deadline day or the trade deadline day. You got a lot going on this afternoon.
We do, yeah. I'm super proud of him. I mean, and really that whole team. I mean, that they've been together for a lot of years, and Coach Kyle Fox has done a great job with those guys, and I'm really happy with all the coaches that invest their lives into those kids, and that's what it's all about. I mean, they have such a good team, and the kids are such good friends, and everybody involved with that program, the Blue Dukes program, all the way up to the high school with Coach Zach Hayes. I mean, just everybody involved in Whitefish Bay baseball is great. And so my son's having a blast out there with everybody, and certainly proud of that group for doing what they're doing.
Are you an insufferable parent who texts the coach asking about the lineup and whether or not there should be changes and all that, where your kid bats and things?
0 times. No, 0. I will never do that. No, I just want to make sure he learns how to be a good teammate, learn how to fail, and just work as hard as he possibly can.
Well, I hope you get to catch some of that today. I know it's a busy day. And just between us, if you want to send out, tell us what press release is going to be sent out here in an hour. Telly and I are here for you. If you want to break any news, you're more than welcome to right now.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll let you know. Sounds good.
Good luck, guys. Matt. The Brewers are in first place, one of the best records in baseball. Go get them again on Friday. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Brewers 360 with your general manager, Matt On.
Stomp your feet, clap your hands. You're part of the team sitting in the stand.
All right, Debbie.
Southbound on 41, still going to be a bit heavy as you're making your way down from Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound, just a few pockets, one right past Mayfair Road up towards North Avenue and again past Capitol Drive. Now, we do have a broken down vehicle on 43 southbound right about at Fond du Lac Avenue off on the right shoulder. It's one of those vans, it looks like. And then we also had this vehicle fire on the off-ramp to Lapham from 4394 southbound. That ramp, by the way, is still closed because of it as they're doing the cleanup. Eastbound 94 backing up from about 84th Street through the stadium to 35th, westbound from 27th to Mitchell Boulevard. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Could you imagine being the coach and you get a text from one of the parents saying, hey, not liking the lineup you set up with yesterday. And you look and it's from the general manager of the Brewers. Oh.
Hopefully, Matt doesn't put that much pressure on the coach.
854.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. And there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
Or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
Not so fun fact, a recent study showed that only 40% of managers have annual check-ins with their direct reports. Not good, especially when today's younger workers crave development and growth. But the LAK Group has a new tool called Coaching on Demand. This cutting-edge platform connects leaders and professionals with certified coaches and seamlessly integrates AI into their development journey, all on their schedule. Learn more at transformingcareers.com. LAK, discover your human advantage.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia problems, cognitive decline. It's their specialty. They're great at it. And they also offer early memory loss classes. They can help your loved one with locations throughout our state, many here in Southeast Wisconsin. I've been in their facilities. They're top notch. It's kindness at the core. It's compassion and empathy at Azura. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
People ask questions. Why is the sky blue? What's the meaning of life? Why can't I eat candy for breakfast?
But at Penny Mustard, most of the questions are about the penny sectional.
How can a sectional sofa look so majestic and feel so comfortable at the same time?
Can I get this in fabric or leather?
Can I eat candy for breakfast while sitting on the penny sectional? The penny sectional, starting at $62.45 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com. Better versions of what people want.
It's the best 11 days of the summer. The Wisconsin State Fair is back.
All of the best food concoctions,
the entertainment that gets you moving,
and of course, WTMJ broadcasting live from the Wisconsin State Fair.
Come see your favorite WTMJ hosts and shows live from the Bank 5-9 studios just north of the Expo Center.
Live from the Wisconsin State Fair, we are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station, WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
All right, I'm just going to read the headline to you, Telly, in the USA Today.
All right.
Coors Light. All right, so Coors Light releases refrigerable deodorant you can keep next to beer. That's the headline in the USA Today. The Coors Light cold-activated mountains have a whole new meaning for this latest product. Coors Light and DuraDry, a sustainable beauty product brand, launched Dura Chill deodorant on July 29th. The deodorant is marketed as cold-activated, meant to be kept in the refrigerator. The deodorant is available exclusively for purchase on the Coors Light website, but you got to be 21 and up to buy it. I'm not sure why.
Let's just say some ideas should remain just an idea.
If you're interested in cracking open a cold one, here's what you should know about this Coors Light deodorant. What does it smell like? Well, it's described as being Rocky Mountain Breeze scented. It is not made with Coors Light beer. So the marketing VP says the Rocky Mountain Breeze is crisp and clean with notes of juicy pear and smooth vanilla. So if you're looking for something this Father's Day or next Father's Day, this could be out there for you.
Most of the time, I don't know if you want to smell like beer. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not feeling that one, Eric.
I just don't want my kids taking my stuff out of the fridge there. Hey, what have I got my deodorants in there?
We're like, hey, and you can't use it unless you're 18.
Yeah, that's my toothpaste in the refrigerator. 8:58, we got to get the business headlines. Sponsored by Horicon Bank. Together doing good. HoriconBank.com, the natural choice.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
The three-story food and entertainment development called Foxtown Landing is looking to open on North Plankinton Avenue in Milwaukee in the first quarter of 2027. The project is under construction near the downtown dog park. Pizzeria and taproom Hop Yard Ale Works of Appleton has opened its second location, this time in Menominee Falls. Hop Yard will be joining a growing beer scene in the community. The Wisconsin State Fair opens Thursday, featuring a variety of upgrades. Fairgoers will experience a renovated cream puff venue and updates to Grandstand Avenue. The updates are designed to offer more comforts for attendees. I'm David Schuyler for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Doing banking differently since 1896. Greg Matzik here for Horicon Bank. Think about that for a second. Over 100 years of focus on the community and your business. At Horicon Bank, financing requests can be approved in days, not weeks, because your banker understands you and your business. And yes, Horicon Bank is expanding, but they've not lost that community-minded feel. I trust Horicon Bank. I've connected with Horicon Bank, and I invite you to do the same. It's Horicon Bank, truly the natural choice, member FDIC.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavidi here to talk about my brand new show, WTMJ Outdoors. We love the outdoors in the great state of Wisconsin and beyond. We're going to talk with outdoors experts, bicycling, resort owners, rock climbers, hunting and fishing, camping, all things Wisconsin outdoors. Join us every Saturday, 2 to 3, right here on 620 WTMJ.
It's WTMJ Outdoors, presented by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
Summer is finally here. We're outside and maybe noticing the condition of our old windows. Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors, your local experts in stylish, energy-efficient replacement windows. Boost your curb appeal with top brands like Pella, Anderson, and Marvin, tailored to fit your home, your style, and your budget. Plus, installation by employee carpenters. Wood, vinyl, fiberglass, all on display in their newly remodeled New Berlin showroom. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. Visit hometownwindows.com today.
Here's to sweet summer days together with friends and family in Wisconsin. To discovering magic in every moment.
Hey, Mom, over here.
And to reconnecting through a world filled with wonder.
Wow.
Here's to supper club celebrations and dancing until the sun goes down. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your summer getaway at travelwisconsin.com.
Built Right. One location saves you money.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
9:01, this is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, July 31st. I'm Erik Bilstad. Our top story, could temporary barriers curb the violence?
I'm Telly Hughes. One more day until U.S. tariffs go into effect.
Increasing sunshine today. Going to be hazy and smoky today. You'll notice it today for sure. A high of 72. In fact, we do have an air quality alert till noon. Tonight, smoky but clear, a low of 61. Right now, it's 69 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, growing frustration over increased violence in downtown Milwaukee. It's leading to a handful of proposed solutions for the area near Water Street. One idea floated during an emergency meeting of the Public Health and Safety Committee would build temporary barriers around downtown entertainment districts, similar to those used during the Republican National Convention, barriers like that. But Milwaukee Police Inspector Sharonda Grant isn't convinced that's going to stop anything.
How do you set those barriers knowing that there is no way to predict
where people are going to retaliate in other areas right outside of the Corbin.
Now, police are specifically naming Element Lounge as a recurring trouble spot. That bar was the site of a double deadly shooting earlier this month that killed a popular Milwaukee rapper.
No bond for the man charged with killing an Arkansas couple in front of their 2 young daughters last Saturday. ABC's Jim Ryan says police have offered no motive for the murders.
Andrew McGann was a 5th-grade teacher in Oklahoma as recently as last year, and school officials there insist he had passed a criminal background check before he was hired. Now the 28-year-old is charged with killing Clinton and Kristen Brink in Arkansas, where Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders says,
I want to be clear that if you commit a violent, senseless act here in our state, our law enforcement will hunt you down and bring you to justice.
McGann was in the middle of getting his hair cut yesterday when police arrested him. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Friday is the day. Tomorrow's the day for tariff rates to be implemented on foreign goods from dozens of countries. Percentage rates on those tariffs are varied, but President Trump is signaling that he would be open to negotiations after the deadline tomorrow. ABC's Rachel Scott.
The president announcing even more tariffs will take effect tonight, including 50% on certain copper goods and a 25% tariff on all products from India. And Trump hitting Brazil with 50% tariffs he threatened weeks ago, saying he's doing so in part because of the country's prosecution of his political ally and former President Bolsonaro, who is accused of attempting a coup after losing the election.
Tariffs are taxes that businesses importing the foreign goods have to pay to the U.S. government.
Officially investing into the future of the Mitchell Park Domes.
County Executive David Crowley and Milwaukee Chairwoman Marcelia Nicholson signed a legislation Wednesday morning to commit $30 million in capital funding. Guy Smith, Executive Director of Milwaukee County Parks, says the time to act is now.
This project has been kicked down the road for so long. We were just inside the domes. It's raining outside. It was raining inside. And we want people to have a wonderful experience. I think that this is a true testament to Milwaukee. The elected officials, the community, especially the surrounding neighborhood, is so supportive.
Nasir Spencer, WTMJ News.
The Wisconsin State Fair kicks off today. In fact, it kicks off in 1 hour. Executive Director and CEO of the State Fair, Sherry Black, joined us on Wisconsin's Morning News earlier today on what to expect from the newly renovated dairy building.
There were windows that were boarded up and a drop ceiling. It was dark in there, so we took all of that out. The boards were removed from the windows, and now it is a bright, beautiful building. And you'll be able to see the production of the cream puff from the very beginning to the end. Big, beautiful windows.
The Wisconsin State Fair opens again 1 hour from now. We're going to be broadcasting live. Point taken. Wisconsin's Midday News, Wisconsin's Afternoon News, broadcasting live from the State Fair every weekday through the run. Time now for News About Your Money. It's the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Right now, things looking really good on Wall Street. The Dow is up 117. The NASDAQ is up 258 right now. That's nearly 1.25%. The S&P is up 51 to 64.14. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but despite what a certain national online company tells you, a car's not one of them.
Let's see. Cheese Doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. Green 4-door hatchback. Honey, we're gonna need some more quarters.
Sure, they make it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online. And unlike those national companies, you get to see the vehicle in person and test drive it before you buy it. You also have the assurance that the vehicle's been thoroughly tested, and if any issue does come up, your local Adam member dealer is right here to service it and can also provide low financing and top dollar for your trade. Think about that before you take a chance with their so-called vending machine.
What? It's stuck! No! Oh, rats.
Start your search at adamm.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers take 2 of 3 from the Cubs and are still in first place by 1 game over Chicago after Wednesday's 10-3 loss at American Family Field.
The Brewers head into an off day with an odd feeling. At one point only down 2, but end up falling 10-3 in the finale to the Cubs. Manager Pat Murphy.
Disappointed about today. Just disappointed. It's still with me a little bit. Just disappointed. Looks like we're going to have another one of those games, and then we just.
It's no sweep, but now getting ready for the trade deadline. Emotions could be frazzled.
Everybody knows this is the trade deadline and what's going on, and I've prepped them in other conversations about things that can happen.
The deadline comes at 5 o'clock this evening. For WTMJ, I'm Dominic Cotroneo.
The Crew gets the day off before starting a weekend series against the Washington Nationals in our nation's capital. And the MLB trade window closes at 5 p.m. Central today.
WTMJ time saver traffic, 94 eastbound, Highway 16 through the zoo and into downtown, pretty much on time. You're going to see a little bit of slowdown right around the stadium, but that's all right. 94 westbound, same type of thing. You'll see some slowdown before you get to the stadium interchange, but for the most part, you're good. Elsewhere, just typical delays because of the road work.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Want to make sure you get the air quality alert, which will be in place until noon today for all of southeast Wisconsin. Increasing sunshine, hazy and smoky with a high of 72. Tonight, there will be clear as the smoke clears out, and it'll be a low of 61, and it kicks off a great stretch of weather. Friday, sunny and beautiful with a high of 74. Saturday, sunny and beautiful again with a high of 78. Carbon copy of that same forecast on Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 78. And Monday, mostly sunny with a high of 80. In Milwaukee, it's 68 degrees. Outdoor living unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:10.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Now, here are your hosts, Erik Bilstad and Telly Hughes.
Erik and Telly for another hour on Wisconsin's Morning News. Vince is back on Monday. Thanks a lot, by the way, Telly, for being here.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Appreciate working with you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Telly is a unique soul. That's all I'm going to say. Well, for a couple of reasons. You surprised me the other day when you casually just mentioned, I think it was after I may have cursed, not on the air, but you casually mentioned that you do not curse, that
Yes.
you have just chosen not to. And I'll let you explain that here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But it was interesting because it came at a newsworthy moment when you happened to tell me this. Newsworthy in the sense that now people are talking about this. So I don't know if you recognize the name, but Dax Shepard, he is a actor. He's married to Kristen Bell, and you've seen her in movies for sure.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in plenty of TV shows and movies. She was the voice of one of the girls in Frozen, the Disney movie. Anyway, he has a podcast called The Armchair Expert, and it's very popular. It does very well. And he's got 2 daughters. He's got a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. And he mentioned during his podcast that doesn't really mind if his kids, these 10 and 12-year-olds, swear.
I fully swear in front of my kids.
Yeah.
They are allowed to swear, not with impunity, but when it's called for and they land it and it's in the house and not out at a restaurant, it's okay.
So he's okay if his 10 and 12-year-old drops some type of swear. He didn't ask what specific ones, but in the house. As long as it's in the house, not at a restaurant or someplace else, he's fine with it. And he says he openly swears in front of his children.
Just train them early.
What do you think?
I don't know. Honestly, Eric, I don't look down on people that may swear.
Not even a little bit. No.
Or no, I don't, because I personally feel like there's other ways to express yourself outside of using swear words, and I just believe if you challenge yourself to do that, then it becomes easier as time goes on that you don't express yourself in that way, good and bad. Now, are there times I'm probably, cursing up a storm in my head? Sure. But I don't verbalize it.
Okay.
And, but again, I just, for me, it started off as a challenge, and it just became a lifestyle. And I have an 18-year-old daughter and a 15-year-old daughter, and I don't think they have ever heard me swear. Well, I know they haven't heard me swear because I haven't used a curse word in about 20 years.
Now, do you openly allow them to swear?
Oh, heck no. I mean, so I'm going to walk around and not swear, but have my kids swear? No, that doesn't work either. I mean, of course, I don't know what they do or say when I'm not around them, but but I do know that kids are sponges, and they usually mimic what they see, and if I can be that type of positive, influence or example, maybe they would follow my same, footsteps. I don't know, but the only thing I know is I can only do what I show them, or they can only see what I show them.
My kids don't swear, and they've heard me and my wife swear. It's not something we do at the house. It has happened. I'd be lying if I said they hadn't heard it. But it's not something we do in the house. I fully admit, swear way too much at work. In fact, I'm a little embarrassed about it. Yesterday, went off on a tangent, just barking at my computer in front of Greg, and there's other people in the cafeteria having to hear that, and that's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's not. Even though I don't think it really offended anybody, that's embarrassing. So I'm trying to be better about that, but my kids just don't do it. Now I will say this. If they did, if something kind of fell out once, probably be all right with it.
Mm-hmm.
However, depending on the significant usage of the word, that's where I might be like, yo, hey, why are you saying, I'd play hypocrite. I'd be a hypocrite, but I would question, hey, what are you doing?
So if it just flows off the tongue too smoothly and you're just in conversation, you'd be like, whoa, that seems like your normal speech.
I would definitely call him out for that.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I don't look down or think it's a bad thing if people do it. As a matter of fact, a lot of times I live vicariously through others I'll be like, yeah, that's what I'm really feeling right now. Yeah.
But it does make, I do think there is something, I'm all bark. No bite there. I'm just, it's a way to vent on whatever it is right this second. You know who's heard me swear the most in my lifetime? Probably Debbie Lazaga.
Wow.
Because she's been in the newsroom with me for I don't know how many decade now or whatever, and has heard me. But it's more of a venting or point. So can't you argue that it's a way to
it's definitely a way to release
pressure. Right. You don't want to build that up inside. Right?
It's totally a way to express yourself, and I think there have been studies that have said, people that swear usually let off a lot more steam than people that don't, and I mean, I may fall in that percentage where maybe, I don't feel any better if I use a swear word versus a non-swear word. If I'm venting about something, I use the word fudge a lot, and I mean, I don't think that.
I wasn't worried at all about what you were going to say just there because I knew. I know you. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't think I would feel better if I just, switched out fudge for the more popular four-letter word. So, again, I mean, to each his own, but it didn't just one day I woke up and and it just automatically happened. I mean, in the early years, there would be something that would slip out if I was playing basketball or, if I'm golfing or something. But over the years, that it almost now, I feel like I would sound funny if I use a swear word.
That's funny.
So,
That's
so it's just,
Very curious to see if that is something that people are okay with their kids doing. I was a little surprised that obviously it's West Coaster and that Dak Shepard guy, but pretty casual there to let a 10-year-old. Oh yeah, sure, go ahead and drop it. if you need to at home, like what is happening in a 10-year-old's life at their house where well, you know what, I got to use this word here because I need to land it and hit it just right.
But what is the worst thing that could possibly happen? Like if your kid, this 10-year-old, is on a church camp retreat and a curse word, accidentally slips out in front of an adult, and then they're looking at him and being like, hey, what are you doing? And the kid can say, well, I can say that at home, and I mean my folks don't really mind, so how can you reprimand me?
Right. Yeah.
And so I think it's true, more of a respect thing when it comes to children cursing in front of adults. I just think it's a respect thing.
I've heard it and doesn't work for me.
I mean, I even if I hear a kid, cursing, or I mean, my kids are in high school. Well, one now, and if I went to a sporting event and you would hear some of these conversations, and you're kind of like, I'm clutching my, my chest. I'm like, oh my God. and especially the more, the conversation goes on, it seemed like, man, these are experienced swearers here. So, again, I just, I feel a certain kind of way, I guess because the way I was raised, and I wouldn't dare say a curse word in front of my mom or dad when they were alive.
Couple of texts here from the 262. Love you, Telly Hughes. Here's another one. Congratulations to Telly for not swearing. I think that's a great sign of self-control. Here's another one. I grew up in a house where I thought my first name was Damn It.
I second that one. I mean, my mom was, she was a cursor.
Here's one from the 262. Fun fact: swearing can increase your pain tolerance. I wonder, might be a little something there. I'm just saying, might be a little something there.
Right?
9:20 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
If you have not experienced the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club, please do this weekend. WTMJ's John Mercure here. Friday, the all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry is one of the best, especially with an old-fashioned. This Saturday only, enjoy an 8-ounce char-grilled tenderloin filet with 8 Cajun shrimp, potato, super salad, and homemade bread with honey cinnamon butter for just $64.99. And that's for 2 dinners. 2 world-class dinners for $64.99, plus desserts are always buy one, get one free. I love their homemade desserts. From scratch, delicious. Relax with a cocktail on the patio in the woods, then your free dinner. The Fox and Hounds, just off Highway 167, 2 miles east of the beautiful Holy Hill Shrine. The summer drive is a must-see. This Saturday only, enjoy 2 tenderloin and shrimp dinners for under $65. Dinner starts at 3. Arrive early. All other dinners are buy one, get one free every single night. It's a special place. It's the famous Fox and Hounds. Call and reserve today.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire Up Your Fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Vince Vitrano here for Connect Chiropractic. Get your aches and pains under control and bring back your energy. Whether it's headaches, neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, time and repetition is key to staying on the right track. I've been seeing Dr. Alex and his team for 2 years now. No twisting, no cracking, no popping. Connect Chiropractic uses a special tool that is targeted and effective, yet pain-free and gentle. In Delafield and Wauwatosa, and the new location on Rawson Avenue in Oak Creek. Get started at GoConnectChiro.com.
Time to honor ourselves an everyday hero. Everyday hero on Wisconsin's Morning News is when we celebrate an average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning they'd be saving a life. Everyday Hero is sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. So today we head to Traverse City, Michigan. It's a story that you may have heard in the news recently. This happened a couple of days ago. A man went on a stabbing spree at a Walmart. He ran through the aisles of the Walmart, stabbing victims.
A lady was screaming for her son, and all the employees and patrons were clamoring, trying to run in different directions.
That is shopper Derek Perry. He tells ABC's Good Morning America he was there, and he knew something was wrong right away, just by the sounds and the chaos, and he could see the blood. Like, there is 11 victims. We should point out right now, all 11 victims will survive. That's the best part about this story. So people were bleeding, screaming. Perry, who was armed, he's a former Marine, and he can open carry in Michigan. That's the law. So he had a gun. So he confronted the man with his sidearm drawn.
And I can see in his eyes that he was wild-eyed, and he did not look like he was in his right mind.
You can see the confrontation. It was caught on video. If you text the word hero, H-E-R-O, hero, to the WTMJ Siding Unlimited Doc and text line, we'll send it to you, 855-616-1620. Here's the thing. Found this so fascinating what Derek says. At that moment, you have all of these people either upset or emotionally charged, adrenaline's running, or injured and bleeding. And then you have this guy who people are trying to pin and at least get under control. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people who want to hurt this individual, you would gather, right?
Unfortunately, there was kind of like a mob mentality, and some very disturbing things were being said on how to deal with the situation. And I had to block all of that out and focus on him, because I ultimately just wanted him to put the knife down and back away until law enforcement got there. I did not see myself as any type of judge, jury, or executioner. I just wanted everyone to be safe.
So how about that? This guy draws his weapon, keeps the attacker under control, and stays level-headed. He knows, as a gun owner with his gun drawn, the responsibility that he had at that moment, and he was not going to lose his cool as he ordered this guy to drop the weapon.
I took time to actually look and listen and try to understand his mind state and see that, yes, I am in a position to do something very rash, but it's ultimately my decision to not do it as well. Just de-escalate the situation, try to get him to surrender on his own accord.
Just amazing self-control in that moment when you have all of this taking place. So Derek Perry, definitely an everyday hero, saving lives as he helped get this guy in custody. He says even if he didn't have the weapon, he would have done it.
I think I would have ran out there or walked out there and helped either way. It was just a moment of, I've got a duty to protect.
Thank you, Derek, for being an everyday hero. How about that one? Super proud of that guy to be able to do that in a moment like that. You never think about that. You think about, oh, you want to stop what's happening, but to be able to stay level-headed and to keep your body under control, that's really hard to do. The physiology of your body with all the adrenaline pumping right there.
Yes, to de-escalate. That was the most important word that he used throughout this, because if he would have pulled that trigger, a lot of people would have thought it was justified based off of what this person had already done inside the store. So that was great, and I mean, a life preserved, and what a hero.
Yep, and that guy is now in custody. He's charged, and he will face justice. You don't need to worry about that. Again, you can text the word HERO, H-E-R-O, to the WTMJ Talk and Text line, Siding Unlimited Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. 9:26 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Still a lot to get to before we head out of here at 10 o'clock. Don't forget, with the State Fair kicking off here at 10, you're wondering about the forecast. Well, the next several days look amazing. So I think State Fair is really going to enjoy this opening weekend. So today it's a bit cool, a high of just 72 with the haziness. Tomorrow 74, Saturday 78, Sunday 78. Monday is 80 and sunny and beautiful all those days. So this is going to be a great run. So even if you're not going to the State Fair, it's going to be a wonderful stretch of weather here getting into this weekend. So you can appreciate that, which is nice. We should also mention the weather, as always, is brought to you by Sweet Tox Med Spa. That self-love starts at Sweet Tox. Sweet Tox Med Spa. Got another text here on the swearing thing here, Telly.
Okay.
As a kindergarten, first grade teacher, if a kid uses a swear word in the school, I just remind them you can do that at home if it's allowed, but not at school. That's from Denise. So, man,
Okay.
I think the worst part about that is that kindergartners are swearing. Oh, no.
WTMJ's John Mercure here. If you're trying to make sense of this economy and where we're headed, Friday, August 1st, you need to check out a webinar with Annex Wealth Management's Chief Economist, Brian Jacobson. Friday, August 1st at 9 a.m. It's Instant Insight. Just after the jobs report is released, Brian will provide instant analysis on the employment picture, answer your questions, and explain what it all means to you and your money. Visit WTMJ.com and click the Instant Insight Register Now button or check out events at annexwealth.com.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Stranger Things fans, this is not a drill. Stranger Things Surfer Boy Pizza is back and ready for your freezer. Just in time for the final season of the Netflix smash hit. With 4 bold new flavors like Hawkins High Cheese and Starcourt Mall Supreme, there are collectible stickers in every box, including rare holographics. Crafted by Palermo's with premium ingredients and 80s flair, they're perfect for your Stranger Things watch party. Grab yours now at your local grocer and get ready to taste the final chapter.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, WTMJ's Erik Bilstad here, reminding you to subscribe to the Wisconsin's Morning News Podcast. We update it every day with every interview, every segment, every bit we do on the show.
Wait, we don't do bits on the show.
You are the cream to fill my cream box.
I hope they like each other.
Boat race.
The sun and the moon and the earth have become one, and so have we.
All right, maybe we do some bits.
Be sure you subscribe to the Wisconsin's Morning News Podcast, presented by Tri-County Contracting.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Tech gains are pushing the markets up this morning. Microsoft and Meta both seeing strong gains after posting better than expected sales and profit targets as they pour more money into AI programs. Apple and Amazon report their results after the closing bell today. President Trump writing on Truth Social that Canada's announcement that it will recognize a Palestinian state will make it very hard, Trump writes, for the U.S. to reach a trade deal with the country. Commerce Department reporting prices were up 2.4% a year over year in the month of June compared to a year ago. At least 25 people hospitalized after severe turbulence on a flight from Salt Lake City to Amsterdam. Leanne Clement Nash was on board.
People were injured, and it happened several times, so it was really scary.
The plane was forced to land in Minnesota. An arrest in the murder of an Arkansas couple out hiking with their daughters last weekend. Neither girl was hurt. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:31.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, finally approving conditional release for accused Slenderman stabber Morgan Geyser. So after reviewing adjustments to the plan and concerns from the community of Sun Prairie, where she will be residing, Waukesha County Judge Wagner tells the court,
trying to make it better for everybody moving forward, let Ms. Geyser move on with her life, keep the community safe. And I think this plan, and it took us a while to get here, don't get me wrong, I think this is a good balance of all of those concerns, and that's why I'm approving it, and we're going to move forward.
Geyser will be able to go free. Her release plan includes GPS and medication monitoring. In addition to requiring court approval to change her residential placement in the future. So if she moves, she's going to have to ask somebody. Geyser and Anissa Wire were found not guilty by reason of mental defect back in 2014 in Waukesha for stabbing their classmate to appease the fictional character Slender Man.
The Milwaukee Police Association respond to city leaders who want solutions to address recent violence in downtown. MPA President Alexander Ayala.
All these ideas are not going to go anywhere because we don't have the staffing to do them. And that is very frustrating for me and my officers who are already facing a very dangerous job where they're getting shot and killed in a line of duty, and then we don't have a contract. I mean, on top of all of this.
Ayala says the department continues to face low recruitment and low wages. Mayor Cavalier Johnson's office says the city is engaged in ongoing discussions.
Your energy drink could mistakenly contain alcohol.
High Noon says some of its vodka seltzers were mistakenly labeled as energy drinks. The company is recalling 2 lots of its 12-pack beach variety seltzer. Some of them contain cans that are mislabeled as Celsius Astro Vibe Sparkling Blue Raz Edition energy drinks. The affected cans have a silver lid instead of a black lid. High Noon says a shared packaging supplier mistakenly shipped the company empty Celsius cans. The recall impacts several states, including Wisconsin. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Aiming for a younger audience to ride motorcycles. That's the goal for Harley-Davidson as the company announced a smaller and more affordable bike. Harley-Davidson CEO Joachim Zeitz.
This bike has been in development since 21. It's taken time, but we feel confident that it can achieve a profitable margin. And from there, obviously, we can build a profitable business. And we believe that how we've engineered this product, it will be profitable.
The newly named Sprint Cycle is priced around $6,000. Executives expect the Sprint to be available in the U.S. in 2026, but will be shown in dealerships starting in October.
News about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management market update. Checking the market right now, and let's see here. Things are looking really good there for a minute. Where are they looking now? Well, the Dow is up 66 to 44,527. The Nasdaq's up more than 1%, up 218 to 21,348, and the S&P is also up 42 to 6405. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. WTMJ time saver traffic. 94 eastbound, Highway 16. 43 southbound Brown Deer Road into downtown is looking good through the road work there. 94 northbound from Layton into the Marquette is on time. However, the exit to Lapham there on the southbound side of things on 94 is closed because of a fire, so you're not getting off at Lapham at the moment, so keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, we do have slowdowns because of road work on 4145 per the usual.
Here is your WTMJ 5-day forecast. There is an air quality alert in place in all of southeast Wisconsin until noon, increasing sunshine. Hazy and smoky with a high of 72. Tomorrow will be absolutely ideal. Sunny and beautiful with a high of 74. Saturday, sunny and beautiful once again with a high reaching near 80. Again on Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 78. And on Monday, the great weather continues with mostly sunny skies with a high of 80. In Milwaukee, it's 67 degrees. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 9:36.
Hey, boaters! We have the go-to marine store. And it's not just because we have all the boat parts and supplies you'll ever need, including oddball parts you thought you'd never be able to find. And it's also because we're cheaper than the other guys, too. So why shop anywhere else? This is Dave Dorrell from Kendor Marine. Boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin. Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Hey, boaters! This is Dave Dorrell from Kendor Marine. When you get here, you might be overwhelmed when you see so much stuff. But don't be, because our staff knows just where to find what you need. They're knowledgeable, friendly, and willing to help so that you can find everything you need to keep your boat in tip-top shape. Boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin. Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia problems, cognitive decline. It's their specialty. They're great at it. And they also offer early memory loss classes. They can help your loved one with locations throughout our state, many here in Southeast Wisconsin. I've been in their facilities. They're top notch. It's kindness at the core. It's compassion and empathy at Azura. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
Time to stock up on deals at Fleet Farm's Truckload Super Sale, July 31st through August 3rd. Get a Blackstone 28-inch Omnivore Griddle Bundle for just $269.99. Our own 24 packs of drinking water are 4 for $10. A WorkMax linkable 30-inch LED shop light is only $6.59. And 40-pound bags of black oil sunflower seed are just $18.99. Head to your local Fleet Farm to haul away truckload savings. And check out our weekly ad for even more deals at fleetfarm.com.
News about your money. You may be surprised to hear who is struggling to pay their bills. The ones making six figures. For those who make six figures and are still having trouble paying their bills, they're not alone. A new report from VantageScore finds that people struggling the most to pay off important stuff like car loans and credit cards are those who are making $150,000 or more. And apparently it's because white-collar job salaries are down 7%, which doesn't help since we're paying, more for stuff now, 3% or whatever because of inflation and all that. So you might think, well, who cares?
But
that's their problem.
But honestly, six figures aren't six figures anymore the way that it used to be, where that was a benchmark when you were trying to establish yourself as an adult and possibly have a family and things of that nature. If you reach six figures, you would think, okay, I'm in a good percentile. But now, I mean, it's just six figures. It just doesn't take you as far as it used to.
And to look at it from a different perspective as well, this is a problem for everybody because high earners, which I think it's fair to say, you're making $150,000, you're a high earner, they drive the broader economy. Mm-hmm. So if they're the ones that are now not using their wallets as much because they're struggling to pay off little things and their salaries are down a little bit or have been cut back or whatever, that can affect the entire group.
Oh, yeah, it's a chain effect.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is a little surprising, though. You'd think that those who make more money would be able to pay off the bills. That is not the case.
Yeah. I mean, just because you make more money doesn't mean you're fiscally responsible. And a lot of times that the more money you make, the more bad decisions you make with your money, as opposed to having a certain budget where okay, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do.
How does the song go? More money, more problems?
More money, more problems.
Renovation. The designers will work with you to refresh your plantings, redefine your garden beds, and restore your home's curb appeal. And while they're upgrading, maybe think about permanent holiday lighting. Give your garden the makeover it deserves. Visit the teams I trust at landworkswisconsin.com.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car's not one of them. That national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
What? The car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adamm.com.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Start your journey now. Don't wait. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Schedule your free consultation to lose up to 1 pound of fat per day. No drugs, no injections, no exercise. It's safe, fast, and costs a fraction of those injections. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Active Liver is the easy way to get a daily detox to keep you healthy and feeling your best. Find Active Liver at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com.
It is a big day today, especially here in southeast Wisconsin.
Happening today.
State Fair kicks off today. The Wisconsin State Fair, and the reason why we have little Boys to Men crooning in the background is because they're playing the big stage tomorrow.
It's because you don't know all their songs, or else you'd be singing them. Boys to Men headlining on the Bank 5-9 main stage on Friday night, August 1st.
That voice is WTMJ What's on Tap host Sandy Max, providing us an update on the weekend. What can we expect to see and hear? And we are identifying all the best things, in Sandy's humble opinion, of Wisconsin State Fair.
That sounds so obnoxious. I just think like there are so many things. You know, this kind of goes back to Summerfest where you have hundreds and hundreds of bands over 3 weekends. I'm not telling you but I'm telling you things that catch my eye.
Mm-hmm,
and if you kind of want to narrow it down, and maybe you've heard of some things like, should I really try a Sporky winner? So trying to help you out. So for opening day, for example, like I want to help you make the most of your entertainment dollars. So there is an admission special today. It's Piggly Wiggly $5 day.
Yes.
You show up with 2 cans of healthy fruits or vegetables for Hunger Task Force. You get a voucher to get in for just $5 before 4 o'clock.
Because if you're paying full price, says Vince Vitrano, then you're not trying hard enough.
I think he'd be proud of you. I think you nailed it.
Is that it? Is
ding,
that
ding, ding.
pretty close?
I think you finally got it. Yeah.
Pancake says no way I got it.
Oh, I thought you did. But I would say that they do make it handy and easy. And their website, wistatefair.com, it is really a good planning tool. They even have a food finder section. So if you're like, I want to find everything that tastes like pickles, type in pickle. You'll get that. Or everything tastes like bananas. Yeah, it's very
because
helpful.
There's a long list.
It is.
For sure.
It's tough to find. They even have a section food on a stick, and it's really long. So that's good. But musically, the Bank 5-9 main stage, they've got it stacked. If you're a big country music fan, Midland is headlining the Bank 5-9 main stage tonight.
Oh, we're hearing a little bit of music.
Dueling bands. And then,
it's the remix.
But my question for each of you, because I think I'm going to ask this on What's on Tap tonight.
Okay.
What is the first thing you do when you get to the Wisconsin State Fair?
Kick it off.
What is that?
Yeah.
I was going to say, how do you kick it off?
Kick it off.
So
I got to think back. It's been some years since
Because see, I have a tradition. Like I make a beeline for Brad and Harry's.
Okay.
For the fried cheese curds. They're buttery. They're delicious. Like, that is the first thing I have to have.
So I don't know if it's the first thing I do when I walk in, but I always get myself a sandwich at the Cattleman's thing there by the Wisconsin Pavilion. They're inside and they're outside.
Yeah.
They're always kind of wrapped around there in the Products Pavilion there. Always get the biggest pork sandwich I can get there. Just because, you're talking about fresh, quality meat.
Fortified for the rest
Telly?
of your fair day.
Right. I think for me, I'm already trying to think, okay, how much is Spin City going to set me back? And then after I get over that, I actually like to see the animals and the displays in the barn because you just realize how much time and effort goes into grooming these animals for this particular event. And I'm fascinated by that.
It takes a village. All those workers who are camped out in lawn chairs and cots that are sleeping in barns and taking care of all the animals. You're right.
But not even just this week. Like 4 months.
That's their life.
Yes.
Yeah, they raise,
it's their life.
They raise those animals from birth, and they give them, all this attention. And not just this week. They're at all these other county fairs. Some of them go across state lines. It's a pretty incredible achievement.
And the level of grooming for all the animals, just to keep them clean and healthy and milking and all that kind of thing. But what I really love, and it's on the front end, are the horses. And the Clydesdales. And I am super excited. So my pick for animals today the impressive Clydesdale draft horses at the Coliseum. At 2 o'clock, they do the halter competition. And at 7 o'clock is the hitch show. So you've got sometimes a dozen Clydesdales pulling a wagon, and then all the people riding the wagon, dressing the wagon, are all dressed to the nines, and they're backing up and they're moving forward and they're doing figure eights. I mean, it's just the sound of the jingle of all these chains, and the manes and the tails are braided, and there are bows and buttons. It's just
massive.
Absolutely impressive. And then, and that's just the showmanship. It's the sheer size and strengths of the Clydesdales. So that is a big thing for me. I love to hang out at the Coliseum and watch the Clydesdales.
Nice.
And that's just opening day.
And then there's the rest.
Then you got Friday. Tomorrow is Celebrate Wisconsin Day, presented by Travel Wisconsin. So if you've got an out-of-state ID, that's where you can step up to any ticket window and get 2 adult admissions for $20. That's a $20 savings. So stretch and dollar. Boys to Men headlining on the Bank 5-9 main stage tomorrow night. Also, Here Come the Mummies are back again. They're performing on Friday and Saturday. They are one of my favorites. Let your freak flag fly. Danceable double entendres. If you saw them at Summerfest, good on you, because there was elbow room and room to dance. It is going to be packed on Friday night and Saturday night. So get to the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater early, but you will be with your people. They are so much fun. And yes, they are dressed like mummies. Horn section, they're fantastic. And my food pick for Friday is a Sporky finalist. It didn't win, but I'm a huge Elvis fan. A hunka fat Elvis donut ice cream sandwich is calling my name. A Greeby's Bismarck donut stuffed with fat Elvis ice cream, which is banana ice cream swirled with peanut butter ripple and rich chocolate chips. And then wait, it's pressed. So it's warm and it's gooey. And it's topped with chocolate and peanut butter sauce, crispy bacon, and powdered sugar.
Holy cow. Oh, my gosh. It has all the food groups in there.
And when you find me sleeping on one of those benches later, you'll know why. But that's at the Badger Bites booth near the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater show. More Clydesdale Drafts hitch show to see tomorrow, tomorrow, Friday at the Coliseum. And then Saturday, it's Neo on the main stage, which is going to be great on the Bank 5-9 main stage. Sexy Love. Because of you. You're going to croon some Neo for me right now, Eric?
I know more Seal, unfortunately. You know Neo. Right?
I do. Yeah, I'm not much of a singer, though. I'm not going to butcher his music up. At least not on the air.
All right, well, and another night of Here Come the Mummies. But if you want to go with the first place Sporky winner, try that on Saturday. The Ube Butter Banana French Toast Lumpia. It's a Filipino-American dessert, and this is going to mix it up. Caramelized bananas, syrup-soaked French toast, and purple ube butter. And if you're going, what in the world is ube?
Yeah.
It is a purple yam grown in the Philippines, and it's got bright purple, but it's also got a kind of like a vanilla flavor to it. Then you know what they do to it. Deep fry it and put powdered sugar on it.
Of course, yes.
Healthy it on up.
Exactly. And then your last chance to see
Americanize
the Clydesdale.
that a little bit.
Exactly. It's the fusion there, American and Filipino. And your last chance to see the Clydesdales is going to be Saturday at Central Park area. There's going to be activities like a Veterans and Military Resources Expo, and show your spirit, salute your heroes. If you dress up in red, white, and blue, 500 randomly selected fairgoers on Sunday going to get a chance to win a pair of patriotic red, white, and blue sunglasses while supplies last.
Very nice.
Adding that element of surprise and delight. Sunday's main stage is for the rockers. Queensryche, Great
there
White,
we go.
and Quiet Riot.
Oh, fantastic group right
All
there.
bands I used to play when I worked at QFM in the 90s. Taking me back.
Oh, Sandy Max. So are you there tonight?
I am
Okay,
broadcasting live starting at 6 for What's on Tap. Super psyched.
So, yeah, all day we'll be at Wisconsin State Fair here starting at 10 a.m. And Sandy will cap it off tonight starting at 6. Thank you, Sandy.
You're very welcome.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max here on WTMJ.
Bank 5-9 has a mission to make lives better. They make it a priority to give back to their customers, communities, and their employees. In fact, Bank 5-9 was just honored again by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as a top workplace. That makes 16 years in a row. Want to learn more about working with the great people at Bank 5-9? Visit bank59.com/careers. Equal Opportunity Employer, member FDIC.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Guthrie and Fry. I love Guthrie and Fry. I've got their water softener, the salt delivered right to the basement. Their RO system, which filters the water in our house. What we drink, what we cook with, is crisp, clean, clear. It's Guthrie and Fry water conditionings, the best in the business. They also provide well pump system service, routine service, and emergency service for when you need it. They've been doing that since 1974. At Guthrie and Fry, they know that better water makes a big difference. The teams I trust are at Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire Up Your Fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Now that you're ready to purchase a new bike, do yourself a solid by stopping by one of our Wheel and Sprocket stores to test ride an electric bike, better known today as an e-bike. And let me tell you, these bikes are a game changer because you can ride a whole lot further without even breaking a sweat. We're talking 20 to 50 miles on a single charge. So even riding uphill comes with tons of thrills. But before you decide, stop by any of our Wheel and Sprocket locations first and let us explain in detail what e-bikes are all about. And once you're here, you'll find rows and rows of bikes in a bunch of different styles and colors for you to see, touch, feel, and even test ride. After all, here at Wheel and Sprocket, we love bikes, which is why bikes are all we do.
Visit wheelandsprocket.com for a location near you.
I'm Amelia Kegel with Wheel and Sprocket. Life is short. Enjoy your ride.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavini here to talk about my brand new show, WTMJ Outdoors. We love the outdoors in the great state of Wisconsin and beyond. We're going to talk with outdoors experts, bicycling, resort owners, rock climbers, hunting and fishing, camping, all things Wisconsin outdoors. Join us every Saturday, 2 to 3, right here on 620 WTMJ.
It's WTMJ Outdoors, presented by Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
9:55. If you're wondering why Brewers fans will be staring at their phones all day today, even though the Brewers don't even play, Telly, it's because the Major League Baseball trade deadline is 5 p.m. this afternoon. So Matt Arnold, the general manager, joined us earlier for Brewers 360, and I know you asked him about, okay, is this day different when you're a buyer versus if you're a seller?
Typically, does it make a difference if you're buyers or sellers when it comes to fielding calls when the trade deadline comes up?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in both directions, honestly, and certainly you can still, you can still add to the team. You can add future wins potentially by trading players off your major league team. So it's like you said, it sort of depends whether you're buying or selling, and sometimes you can do a little bit of both. But yeah, we get a ton of calls, and I think that's a good thing. Hopefully that's a reflection on the fact that we have players that other teams are interested, both at the major league level and in our prospect system as well.
We do know that Eugenio Suarez is off the table. He has been traded to the Mariners. He's that big bopper from Arizona, the third baseman that, the Brewers are kind of tied to a little bit. So here's what's interesting. So have you heard that story about how the Whitefish Bay Little League team, the U13 team, is playing in the World Series in California?
Which is really cool, by the way.
Matt Arnold's kid is on that team.
That is amazing.
And they play today while he's also going to be dealing with this trade deadline.
We do, yeah. I'm super proud of him. I mean, and really that whole team. I mean, that they've been together for a lot of years, and Coach Kyle Fox has done a great job with those guys, and I'm really happy with all the coaches that invest their lives into those kids, and that's what it's all about. I mean, they have such a good team, and the kids are such good friends, and everybody involved with that program, the Blue Dukes program, all the way up to the high school with Coach Zach Hayes. I mean, just everybody involved in Whitefish Bay baseball is great, and so my son's having a blast out there with everybody, and certainly proud of that group for doing what they're doing.
Could you imagine being the coach And you know how parents are these days. Parents are always bugging. Hey, why is my kid betting 7th?
And Matt Arnold comes up to you and say, hey, me and the Parents Alliance have had a meeting, and we thought that you have been making some very questionable moves. And
Coach, wondering why my kid is batting 5th today. Noticed you bumped him down a bit. Like, it's the GM of the Brewers.
Right.
Like, do you have to listen then? Like,
and then the coach says, I picked a number out of the hat, and he just happened to be the 5th hitter today.
Or does the coach give him advice?
Right.
Anyway, trade deadline ends at 5 p.m. today. Good luck to everybody trading, especially your Milwaukee Brewers.
If you're feeling vibrations in your steering wheel after reaching speeds of over 50 miles